silbe el inicio del partido porque hoy se la juega el Mallorca, el 10º clasificado con 44 puntos, y el Valladolid, el último de la Liga, con 16 puntos. El Valladolid, que en sus últimos 5 partidos lleva 5 derrotas, y el Mallorca, de los 5 partidos, 3 derrotas, un empate y una victoria. Ya sabemos que el último partido del Mallorca, como dijo Yago Barrasate en su última rueda de prensa previa al partido de hoy, no fue el mejor partido jugado por el equipo, después de que perdiera por 1-0 ante el Girona de Michel. Hoy se enfrenta al Valladolid. Hoy vuelve la ilusión y las ganas por esa lucha europea, una lucha europea que está totalmente abierta, una lucha europea que, de ganar hoy, se pasaría a la siguiente pantalla. También lo comentó Yago Barrasate, hablando de pantallas, hablando de que cada partido es una final y hay que afrontarlo de esta manera. Y qué mejor manera que afrontar finales que en casa, con tu afición, en tu estadio y con tu gente. De la mejor manera, hoy se va a jugar la primera de estas 4 finales que quedan, porque termina ya la Liga. Queda prácticamente poquísimas jornadas y hay que empezar a apretar los dientes y a salir con el cuchillo entre los dientes en el partido de hoy, en esta jornada 35 en Somos, este Mallorca-Valladolid. Un Valladolid que es el equipo más goleado de la Liga, aunque también el Mallorca es un equipo que le cuesta marcar, le cuesta poder marcar goles, y ahora en un rato vamos a poder descifrar, vamos a poder desmenuzar el 11 con el que sale hoy Yago Barrasate en un partido donde ya sabemos que siguen las bajas importantes de Robert Navarro y Manu Morlanes. A ellas, pues, como ya hemos dicho, tenemos también la baja de Abdón Prats, y creo que no me dejó a nadie. A Chiquiño también se cae por baja. Son las bajas de este partido del día de hoy. En un rato, como veis, esta silla vacía se llenará con mi compañero Jovan Stankovic, pero mientras tanto hay mucha previa que analizar, hay mucho de lo que hablar. Vamos a conectar con alguien que sí que ya está en el terreno de juego, que ya está preparado para este partidazo. Es Damián. Muy buenas tardes, Damián, compañero, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal, Llorens? ¿Qué tal a todos los mallorquinistas? Pues estamos ya preparados, aquí en nuestra casa, en el Estadio Mallorca Somos, que poco a poco se va llenando. Vemos muchas camisetas, lógicamente, rojas, pero también alguna que otra blanquivioleta del Real Valladolid. En definitiva, se espera que haya un gran ambiente para que el Mallorca salga de ese bache de 3 partidos consecutivos sin conocer la victoria, y que sume su 7º triunfo frente a su afición, algo que, dependiendo de cómo se dé la jornada, podría hacer que el Mallorca durmiese o pasase el fin de semana en posiciones europeas. Uno de los partidos en este sentido en el que estamos muy atentos es el que se está disputando en estos momentos entre Celta de Vigo y Sevilla, que bueno, en la última visualización que he hecho al resultado iba 1-1. Y ojo, el Celta de Vigo, que es el equipo que en este caso nos afecta, está con un futbolista menos. Por lo tanto, a lo largo de esta retransmisión iremos actualizando, iremos contando todo lo que suceda ahí en Vigo, en ese parte, como decimos, entre Celta y Sevilla, que influirá en la manera en la que el Mallorca pueda acabar esta jornada en términos clasificatorios. Hay que empezar por ganar nuestro partido, y para ello Yago Barrasate, que apuesta por un 11 bastante reconocible con la vuelta de algunos futbolistas. Vamos a repasarlo. Dominic Grave estará en portería. Ojo, línea de 4, volvemos a esa línea de 4 defensas con Johan Mojica y Pablo Maffeo en los costados. El colombiano, por cierto, se enfrenta a uno de sus ex equipos. Pareja de centrales para Antonio Raillo y Martín Valle. En doble pivote para Omar Mascaré y Samu Costa. Por delante estarán Seri Darder, Dani Rodríguez y quien vuelve, Takuma Asano. Y arriba, otro que está de vuelta, Beda Murici, nuestro máximo goleador, que se situará en esa punta de ataque en solitario del conjunto de Yago Barrasate, que, como decía Llorens, tiene 4 bajas: la de Robert Navarro, Manu Morlanes, Abdón Prats y de Chiquiño, las 4 por lesión. Sea como fuere, el Mallorca, que, como decimos, intentará buscar de nuevo esa victoria tras 3 partidos sin hacerlo, sumar, ojalá, 47 puntos, que, dependiendo de cómo se dé la jornada, podría llevar al término de este fin de semana a posiciones europeas. Dominic Grave junto con Leo Román y Pichu Cuellar, que ya están en el terreno de juego, y este es el 11 con el que sale Real Club Deportivo Mallorca.
Titular ya sobre la mesa, un 11 titular que, como podéis ver, recuperamos a dos grandes efectivos que han formado parte de muchos 11 titulares en el conjunto de Yago Barrasate, como son Vedat Muriqi, el Pirata, y Takuma Sano. La pregunta que sobrevolaba esta semana era si tanto Vedat Muriqi y Kyle Larin podrían jugar juntos este partido, ya que, como sabéis, Larin, ex jugador del Valladolid, y como siempre sabemos, en el fútbol está la ley del ex, ¿no? Que siempre suelen marcar goles contra sus ex. Pues Yagoba decía que podían jugar perfectamente juntos, que no había ningún problema, que estos últimos partidos por lesión de Vedat Muriqi, Kyle Larin había jugado solo, pero se podía jugar los dos juntos, que no era ninguna idea descabellada. Al final, Yago Barrasate ha decidido jugar solo con Vedat Muriqui arriba como hombre de referencia, y el japonés a la derecha, tirado a la derecha, el japonés que también vuelve al once titular después de que en el último partido ante el Girona ya disputaran algunos minutos y ya prácticamente están recuperados al 100% para jugar el partido. Once titular que yo creo que lo más significativo, para decirlo de alguna manera, es que la defensa vuelve a ser de 4, ya que en los últimos partidos tal vez habíamos visto la inercia de los 5 defensores. Hoy vuelve con defensa de 4, ya que jugamos contra el Valladolid, y sobre todo lo más importante, hay que ir a buscar el partido y los 3 puntos para seguir en la cuajada de ese sueño que es las competiciones europeas, que aunque después de haber perdido el último partido ante el Girona parece que nos hubiéramos podido alejar de esas posiciones, para nada, para nada. Seguimos estando totalmente ahí, porque estamos prácticamente a partidos de entrar en las competiciones europeas. Todo pasa por ganar hoy. Vamos a escuchar cómo ha analizado Yago Barrasate hace un ratito en los micrófonos de nuestro compañero Damián el partido de hoy. Vamos a escucharlo.
Sí, pues ya estamos con el míster, con Yago Barrasate. ¿Qué tal, Yago? Buenas tardes.
Buenas.
Nuevo partido y, como decías, nueva puerta hacia la esperanza. ¿Cómo lo afronta el equipo?
Bueno, con ese dolor, esa rabia del otro día, pues a ver si lo enfocamos hacia esa energía que necesitamos también para ganar. Sabemos que una victoria cambia todo y vamos a intentarlo con nuestra gente.
¿En qué aspectos, ya sean futbolísticos o mentales, has hecho especial hincapié esta semana para salir de ese pequeño bache de resultados?
Sí, bueno, primero aprender de los errores, y creo que eso es fundamental. Tenemos que defender mucho mejor, tenemos que estar más juntos, pero a su vez tenemos que ser más valientes, generar más, y ojalá tengamos eficacia también, porque para ganar hace falta.
En cuanto al 11, me gustaría preguntarte el porqué de esa vuelta, ese 4-2-3-1, ese 4-4-2.
Bueno, seguramente es el dibujo que más cómodo hemos estado durante la temporada. En casa también lo que más hemos repetido, y bueno, recuperamos a Muriqui, que para nosotros es una referencia importante. A ver si Takuma también nos puede dar esa profundidad, y luego necesitamos también ese equilibrio en medio campo con Omar.
Y a la última, en cuanto a nuestro rival, el Valladolid, no sé si lo hace más peligroso el hecho de que no se juegue nada.
Bueno, lo respetamos muchísimo, ¿no? Está haciendo buenos partidos, nos está sacando resultados, pero nosotros hoy tenemos muy claro que para ganar tenemos que hacer las cosas bien y respetar al Valladolid.
Gracias y suerte.
Vale, hasta luego.
Esta última pregunta que le hacía nuestro compañero Damián es la gran pregunta que muchos mallorquinistas se están haciendo en estos días previos al partido de hoy. ¿Es más peligroso el Valladolid si se tuviera que jugar algo, o es más peligroso ahora el Valladolid que ya no se juega nada, y al final un equipo que no se juega nada pues juega con soltura, juega tranquilo y juega pues prácticamente a terminar la Liga lo mejor posible, marcharse de la primera división con buen sabor de boca para afrontar la temporada que viene en segunda pues de la mejor manera? Es la gran pregunta. Yo la pregunta también se la lanzo a Damián. Damián, no sé tú, para ti, si crees que el Valladolid es más peligroso si se jugara alguna cosilla en estas últimas jornadas, o crees que el Valladolid es más peligroso ahora que no se juega nada.
Es una pregunta de difícil respuesta, Llorens, porque es verdad que se puede interpretar que al no jugarse nada no tiene esa tensión, ese nerviosismo que puede tener un equipo que se esté jugando, ya sea la permanencia, ya sea un título de Liga, ya sea competiciones europeas, donde sabes que tienes algo que perder, y eso pues te puede llevar o te puede jugar una mala pasada, sobre todo en el aspecto mental. Al mismo tiempo también puedes pensar que no se juegue nada, pues hace que no tengas esa tensión competitiva y que eso te pueda perjudicar. Sea como fuere, no hay que dar por hecho el partido, no hay que dar por asumido de que hoy sacaremos los 3 puntos de una manera asequible, ni mucho menos, ojalá se consiga, pero no creo que el Valladolid no vaya a poner problemas, los va a hacer. El equipo, Yago Barrasate, ya lo hemos escuchado, es consciente de eso, por lo tanto, hoy es un partido para, lógicamente, tomárselo con la mayor seriedad posible, como todos los que nos quedan de aquí hasta final de temporada. Es cierto, ya vamos a conocer el 11 del Valladolid, que el conjunto pucelano atraviesa un momento bastante complicado. No solo ya es equipo matemáticamente de segunda división, sino que acumula 15 partidos consecutivos sin conocer la victoria, 14 derrotas y un solo empate. El último triunfo de los 4 que ha cosechado en Liga fue del pasado mes de enero, y fuera de casa, fuera de lejos del Zorrilla, solo ha sumado una victoria, y fue del pasado mes de octubre frente al Alavés, ¿no? Por lo tanto, es verdad que los números no son favorables para el equipo de Álvaro Rubio, pero lo dicho, no nos tenemos que confiar respecto a nuestro rival, que sale con el siguiente 11. Ferreira estará en portería, el guardameta portugués, línea de 4 para Candela, Comer, Ozcachar y Luis Pérez, línea de 3 en el medio campo para Nikitcher, Chucky y Selim Amala, y arriba trinete ofensivo para Moro, Latasa y Aznou. Un Valladolid que ha viajado aquí con varias ausencias, entre ellas la de Mamadou Silla, su máximo anotador. Además de él, son ausencias Javi Sánchez, David Torres y Josep ha ido. Con todo, le preguntaban a Álvaro Rubio, al técnico del Valladolid, que con qué motivación afrontaba el partido de hoy. Se lo preguntaba en la rueda de prensa previa a este encuentro, y esto contestaba el técnico del Valladolid. Bueno, parece que estamos teniendo complicaciones para escuchar a Álvaro Rubio, al que ahora lo recuperaremos, al que le preguntaban, sobre todo pues esa circunstancia, ¿no?, especial de qué motivación puede tener un equipo que ya, digamos, ha descendido de categoría, que ya no tiene nada que jugarse a nivel de resultados. ¿De dónde saca la motivación el equipo? No sé si todavía lo podemos tener.
Sí, bueno, nos enfrentamos a un rival muy complicado, que se juega cosas importantes, que bueno, un equipo muy equilibrado, muy compacto, con una base muy sólida desde hace mucho tiempo. La gente que se ha incorporado, pues gente importante, con experiencia, que sabe de qué va esto. Y bueno, es difícil igualar esa motivación, pero nosotros tenemos que pensar siempre en competir al máximo, en dignificar la camiseta que llevamos, y que cada uno evidentemente piensa que querrá hacer lo mejor posible para de cara al año que viene, da igual si esté aquí o en otro sitio, pues me imagino que querrá hacerlo lo mejor posible. Mejor motivación que esa no lo encuentro, ¿no?
Ahí están las palabras de Álvaro Rubio, el entrenador del Valladolid, que me imagino que debe ser complicado, ¿no?, motivar a un equipo que ve que por mucho que pasan las jornadas, por mucho que pasan los rivales, no consigue ganar ningún partido, porque de los últimos 5 partidos que lleva el Valladolid, lo hemos comentado, 5 derrotas. Ya hemos dicho, Valladolid 0, el Getafe le ganó 0-4, el Atlético de Madrid le ganó 4-2, el Osasuna le ganó 2-3, el Betis le gana 5-1 y el Barcelona le gana 1-2 al Valladolid. En la segunda parte del Barcelona fue quien remontó el partido. Este fue el último partido del Valladolid, es el 1-2 ante el FC Barcelona. Y el último partido del Mallorca, ya lo hemos dicho, es el 1-0 ante el Girona. Mientras podemos ver ya que todas las camisetas de los jugadores están ya en el vestuario, colgadas, preparadas para que puedan ponerse los protagonistas en el momento de que tengan que salir en el terreno de juego. Vemos la llegada del Valladolid en Somos, el equipo también concentrado, que en la cabeza del equipo está Álvaro Rubio, con uno de sus ayudantes del cuerpo técnico, llegando todos y cada uno de los protagonistas del Valladolid, que buscará hoy pues sumar 3 puntos y llevarse un buen sabor de boca. Como decía, el último partido del Mallorca es el 1-0, la derrota ante tenemos ese último partido, un último partido donde parecía que es verdad que todos los equipos de esa zona media alta de la Liga habían pues resbalado, habían caído, para decirlo de alguna manera, habían perdido, y era importante pues que el Mallorca sumara, ¿no?, para poder afianzarse un poco más en esa zona de Europa. El gol llegó en el minuto 10, como habéis visto, fue el único gol que marcó en todo el partido. Ahí la tuvo Sergi Darder, fue la que el Mallorca cocinó en la primera parte, prácticamente fue el único disparo de la primera parte de Sergi Darder, el gol que lo marcó en el minuto 10 Stuani, y respondía el Mallorca con ese trayazo de Sergi Darder en el minuto casi 25. Poca cosa más pasaría en la primera parte, y un partido donde ya lo ha dicho Yagoba, y yo creo que está un poco en la sintonía de todos los aficionados, que fue un partido donde no se defendió del todo bien, porque es verdad que el Girona creó mucho peligro. Ahí tuvimos un salvador que era Dominic Grave, que veníamos de que Leo Román hiciera un partidazo ante el FC Barcelona, y nos encontramos que en el partido ante el Girona estaba ahí Dominic Grave, el que hace el partidazo, y fue el que salvó al Mallorca de tal vez una derrota pues con más goles encajados, y eso fue que Dominic Grave mantuvo al Mallorca con un hilo de vida en todo momento, todo que el Girona la buscaba. Ahí la tuvo ese mano a mano de Portu con Dominic Grave, que solvienta muy bien Dominic Grave. El Mallorca las tuvo en la segunda parte, como esta, que la verdad que el disparo de falta de Joan Mojica se terminó marchando desviado, y ahí fue cuando entró el pirata Vedat Muriqui, que tuvo sus primeros minutos después de una lesión que le ha mantenido fuera unas cuantas jornadas de los partidos de la Liga. Ahí volvió a tener otra el Girona, y el excelente Dominic Grave. Jovan, tenemos ya aquí a Jovan, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Comentábamos el último partido del Mallorca. Espérate, coloco el micro. Ahí está. Donde un Mallorca, donde yo no sé si lo vimos juntos, sí. No sé si estás un poco con esa sintonía que tenemos nosotros, que es que el Mallorca no generó del todo de todo a cara a portería, aunque esta fue la última ocasión, la polémica que era penalti, no era penalti. Perdona, Jovan, ponte los cascos, que lo has puesto al revés. Póntelos. Ahora sí, perfecto. El último partido de Girona, te decía que al final un partido que termina 1-0, el Girona gana abajo con la mínima, sí, con el gol del minuto 10, pero es verdad que lo dijo también Yagoba, que fue un partido donde tal vez no se defendió como se debía defender, porque el Girona creó mucho peligro y tampoco se generó mucho peligro en la portería de Girona, donde estaba Gazzaniga. ¿Qué te parece, Joan?
Bueno, no era nuestro partido. La verdad que era un partido importante, pero también hay que decir que hemos jugado contra un rival que tiene equipo, pues que a principio de temporada jugó en Liga de Campeones y se jugaba la vida. Entonces no era un partido difícil. Ya sé que la gente quiere que ganara Mallorca todos los partidos, pero a veces es difícil, y la verdad que sí que podíamos ¿cómo lo puedo decir? Sí que podíamos, sobre todo en la actitud, no hemos estado bien, pero por otro lado, lo que te decía, nos encontramos un equipo muy fuerte, que se jugaba la vida. Hemos tenido bueno, hoy tenemos otra final, otra partida. En zona de Europa, ¿no?
De mierda, tío. Ana, te voy a pinchar, ¿vale? Haz pinchadas. Ponme aquí resultados de otros partidos en gráfico. Hasta la mitad de
de visión, pero yo leí un poco la situación en Valladolid en general en el club, no está bien con la afición. Entonces ellos lo que quieren, los jugadores lo que quieren hoy, por ejemplo, sacar un buen resultado y por lo menos tranquilizar la situación en el club, porque imagínate, pierden hoy 3-4-0, porque imagínate cómo van a ir ahí, cómo van a estar recibidos por la parte de afición, y por lo menos si sacan un buen resultado, hacen un buen partido, pues tranquilizan un poco. Y por otro lado, pues los jugadores quieren, toda España te va a ver, hay jugadores que están seguro vigilando por otros equipos. No era fácil, no es un partido fácil para mí.
Damián, te pregunto a ti, antes de ver el último partido del Valladolid, te quiero preguntar, vamos a actualizar el carrusel, porque el Celta, que está ahí en la lucha con el Mallorca, con esas zonas europeas, va ganando 2-1, están en el minuto 69 ahora mismo. Pero la pregunta que te iba a decir, Damián, ¿qué esperar del partido de hoy? ¿Crees que el Mallorca podrá rectificar esos pequeños fallos que hizo ante el Girona? Ha sido un equipo, el equipo, ya lo dijo Yagoa, semana complicada después de esa derrota, pero con muchas ganas de volver a enfrentarse y volver a ganar.
Sí, pues yo espero un partido donde el Mallorca sea el equipo que lleve el peso, sin lugar a dudas, del partido, teniendo en cuenta que siempre dentro de un partido de 90 minutos hay mini partidos, hay momentos para cada uno de los dos equipos, pero yo creo que el Mallorca tiene y va a ser el equipo que lleve el peso, que lleve la iniciativa y que desde un primer momento busque sacar los 3 puntos, busque pues sellar la victoria, ojalá lo antes posible, para no tener que sufrir en los minutos finales. Así que yo me espero ese contexto de partido, que no por ello va a significar que vaya a ser un encuentro sencillo, asequible. Lo vamos a repetir y ya lo habéis hablado entre vosotros dos. A pesar de la situación que vive el Valladolid, ya le compitió al FC Barcelona en la pasada jornada, cuando era la primera tras conocer matemáticamente su descenso. Por lo tanto, va a competir el conjunto pucelano, lo más seguro. Por lo tanto, el Mallorca, que tiene que centrarse en sí mismo y hacer un partido de 10 para sumar por fin de nuevo una victoria tras 3 partidos sin lograrlo, además delante de nuestra afición, y seguir soñando con esas posiciones europeas que, como dices, en esa última actualización el Celta de Vigo, y es una mala noticia, acaba de marcarle al Sevilla. Por lo tanto, va ganando el conjunto gallego a pesar de tener un futbolista menos. Quedan alrededor de 20 minutos ahí embalaídos. Estaremos atentos porque, como decimos, es un resultado que nos afecta.
Pues mira, hablamos de nuestro rival, hablamos de cómo podemos ganarle, de cómo puede ser el partido. Pues qué mejor manera que viajar al pasado y poder ver cómo afronta los partidos el conjunto que hoy está aquí y visita Somos. Vamos a ver el último partido del Valladolid, que se enfrentó al FC Barcelona, y por gran parte del partido el Valladolid estuvo por delante prácticamente, yo creo que toda la primera parte. El Barcelona en la segunda, es verdad que el Barça salió con un 11 titular revolucionado, lleno de jóvenes, lleno de jugadores de la cantera, pues dando descanso a los titulares, ya que se enfrentaban al Inter de Milán esta semana. El martes tenían partido de Champions y Hansi Flick decidió darle descanso a muchos de sus titulares. Pues el partido de Iván Sánchez marcaba en el minuto 5 de la primera parte. La fortuna le sonreía también al Valladolid, porque era un cúmulo, yo creo que de errores defensivos, donde el Valladolid pudo aprovecharse y poder marcar el primero. Jovan, no sé si viste el partido.
Sí, lo he visto el partido. Y bueno, qué decir, si hubieran jugado toda la temporada así, no estarían en esta situación. Hicieron un buen partido, sobre todo la primera parte, y segunda parte, bueno, cuando entraron los buenos, pues normal, le ganaron, pero hicieron un buen partido.
Ahí vemos los paradones de Andrés Ferreira, también, que tienen un gran guardameta, todo, y que lo hemos dicho, el Valladolid es el equipo más goleado de la Liga con 83 goles. Y otro dato es que el Mallorca lleva 3 partidos sin marcar. Pero es que el Valladolid, en sus últimos 4 partidos, ha marcado gol en cada uno de ellos. El Valladolid le ha marcado goles al Atlético de Madrid, le marcó 2 goles, le ha marcado a la Osasuna, también le marcó 2 goles a la Osasuna, al Betis le marcó 1 y al Barcelona, que lo hemos visto también, le marcó 1 gol. Todo y que lleva 5 partidos perdidos en sus últimos 5 partidos, pero en cada uno de ellos ha mojado. Y yo creo que es importante esto para encajar el partido de hoy, que hay que saber que todo y que el Valladolid también es un equipo que le cuesta generar y le cuesta marcar goles, en sus últimos 4 partidos ha marcado, cosa que el Mallorca lleva 3 partidos sin marcar. Jovan, esto nos tiene que servir de que tenemos que estar con esa alerta encima.
Bueno, también hay que decir que en los últimos 3 partidos me parece que no hemos tenido a Muriqui, que estaba lesionado, también a Sano, que últimamente antes de la lesión ha marcado goles, ha estado un gran nivel, y hoy, como hemos recuperado a los dos, pues estamos esperando que hoy marquemos, ¿no? Uno de los dos, porque hoy para ganar hay que marcar gol. Pero bueno, también hay que decir que hemos creado muchas ocasiones. Yo me acuerdo, por ejemplo, en los 3 últimos partidos, por lo que he visto, hemos generado muchas ocasiones, sobre todo en Barcelona, hemos tenido 3-4 ocasiones. Contra Girona también, bueno, hemos generado ocasiones. No es que cuando un club no genera ocasiones es preocupado. Yo sería preocupado, pero esta vez yo creo que Mallorca genera, y hoy yo espero de Muriqui y de Asano, espero que vuelven con ganas, porque llevan un mes sin jugar.
Es verdad que, como tú dices, que el Mallorca está generando las ocasiones, se está acercando, porque por ejemplo el otro día Sergi Darder,
sí.
Tuvimos ocasiones, tenemos ocasiones, creamos ocasiones.
Es que a veces,
pero los guardametas,
si tú hubieras metido aquel gol si hubiera entrado el gol, cambia el partido.
Sí, no, totalmente.
Esto es entre un partido ganado y un partido perdido. Los balones que entran, pues te dan victoria, y si no entran, si fallas las ocasiones, pues pierdes el partido. ¿Te acuerdas en la primera vuelta? También hemos tenido unos partidos donde no merecíamos ganar, pero has metido goles, entró el balón entre los 3 palos y te llevaba la victoria. Así que bueno, hay que espabilar, digamos, y yo espero de Muriqui hoy, porque estoy segurísimo que Muriqui como Asano hoy saldrán con ganas. No sé para cuántos minutos, pero yo creo que 60, 65, 70 minutos para este tiempo yo creo que están preparados.
También te diré, y yo creo que es importante, que no es excusa que el Mallorca en este último tramo de temporada ha perdido muchos efectivos, lesiones, que también es importante a la hora del equipo, ¿no? Perder jugadores efectivos.
Sí, bueno, yo creo que otros equipos también pierden jugadores por lesiones o por amarillas, pero bueno, lo que has dicho tú, para nosotros, bueno, este año, pues sí, para nosotros cuando Muriqui se lesiona, pues una baja importante, y Asano, que últimamente la verdad es que nos ha traído, sobre todo aquí en Somos, muchas victorias. 2 partidos que hemos tenido aquí difíciles, pues gracias a los goles de Asano, pues hemos empatado, hemos ganado partido.
La gente que lleva entrando en Somos, que ya empieza a estar lleno, ha lanzado aplausos. Ha habido emoción porque, Damián, creo que han salido ya los protagonistas del conjunto mallorquinista a calentar.
Efectivamente, ya lo vemos en imágenes con ese primer plano de Vedan Muriqui, ahora de Sergi Darder. Acaban de salir, nada, hace unos segundos, los jugadores del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, y es por eso que se han escuchado aplausos por parte del Estadio Mallorca Somos, que a medida que pasan los minutos y nos acercamos a esas 6:30, va ganando colorido, sobre todo de color rojinegro, de vermellón. Antes habían salido a calentar los futbolistas del Real Valladolid, así que ya están los dos equipos sobre el terreno de juego. Y ahora vamos a hacer un paréntesis respecto a lo que es esta gran previa de un partidazo, porque esta semana en el podcast podcast de Endimoniats tuvimos a un protagonista especial, todos lo son, pero lógicamente el Mallorca es un equipo grande, pero lo ha sido también en épocas anteriores por gente como Jovan Stankovic y en años todavía más anteriores por gente como Juliami, con el que Llorens pudo charlar en el podcast de Endimoniats, también junto con Álvaro Cobarro, repasando grandes momentos del Racing Deportivo Mallorca, esos héroes de Vallejo que cosecharon ese primer ascenso de la historia del club a Primera División. En esa plantilla estaba el mallorquín Julià Mir. Es una charla muy extensa, muy mallorquinista y que recomiendo especialmente que la veáis, ya sea a través de YouTube, ya sea por distintas plataformas de audio, también Spotify. Y vamos a repasar algunos de esos mejores momentos de esa charla, que como digo, fue muy extensa, la tenéis todo en nuestros canales oficiales, pero vamos a repasar un poco pues algunos de los mejores momentos de esa charla, distintos recuerdos por parte de Julià Mir, curiosidades que seguramente no dejan indiferente a nadie. Así que vamos a ver algunos de esos mejores momentos de esa charla que tuvimos con Julià Mir.
El Mallorca estava a segona divisió, hi havia Juan Carlos Lorenzo d'entrenador i a començament de segona volta me fitxa el Mallorca i debut, o sigui, me firmen un dimecres o un dijous i el diumenge ja vaig debutar.
No va haver ni dinàmica d'equip ni conèixer el jugador ni res, directament, eh?
Vaig debutar i a més en aquell temps no hi havia canvis.
En aquell temps no hi havia canvis?
No hi havia canvis. Només se podia canviar el porter si se lesionava.
I com es viu aquell primer ascens?
Vàrem anar amb avió, com tots els desplaçaments, però davant l'aconteixement que havíem pujat, vàrem fletar un barco. I vàrem venir en barco. I mos varen esperar en el moll.
I com era aquell moment d'ombros, que vos pugen a ombros i arribau a Palma en esport i la gent que vos ret, com va ser aquell moment?
Home, és indescriptible, és apotèsic, però perquè imagina't que te duguin a ombros per un aconteixement. Endevés, jo no sé la gent que hi havia, però hi havia 50.000 persones.
50.000 persones, eh?
No sé.
No te escuchamos. Estamos quitados, tranquilo.
A ver.
Pero no te...
Que va ser un fenòmeno, que va jugar a l'Atlètic de Madrid i va jugar a Itàlia, que era...
Espera.
Que está fastidiado.
Que a veces tienes que meterlo fuerte, a ver.
¿Y tienes alguna manera de comprobarlo?
A ver.
D'apreniment per jo, entrenar amb en Pedro quan venia de vacació. Sí,
Teléfono?
Espera, no passa res.
Hola, hola.
Ahora sí.
Vale, pues
Gracias. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We did have some problems there with the audio that wasn't quite working, but now we have fixed the audio mix-up, so do not worry about that. We are sorry about that mix-up, but again, we're not too far away from kickoff now. We still have about 25 minutes to go before the kickoff of this match. And in case you could not hear me, I will go through a bit of everything what I said again, a little resume, because I believe you couldn't hear me. We are sorry about that mix-up that we had there, and we will talk about all of that again. But again, you know, it's a must-win match out here for Real Mallorca, and the 3 points is a must, especially against a team like Valladolid, you know, a team that is sitting bottom of the table. They are sitting 20th place with 16 points. So mathematically, this team has already been relegated. They do not have anything to lose, where on the other hand, Real Mallorca, you know, this is a match that they must win if they want a possibility at any of that European football, whether it is Europa League or Conference League. for Real Mallorca, any single one of these competitions is massive. Of course, they haven't played in a European competition in over 20 years. It was only 3 or 4 years ago where they got promoted to the first division, as they've constantly going up and down, and ever since, what an impact they have made in this division. They've gone on to the Copa del Rey final just last year against Bilbao, and they've done so much ever since. Just last year they got 50 points in the table. Now this year they're already approaching those 50 points again. And we are talking about a team that does go up and down a lot, so how far have they made it? If you actually compare Valladolid and Real Mallorca just about 4 years ago, these two teams are absolutely equal. But if we are comparing it now, Real Mallorca has made so much more progress, and look what they are now. They're in a much better position than Valladolid. As Valladolid just came up this season, they're already going back down this season. Mathematically, they have been relegated. So again, they do not have anything to lose out here today. But on the other hand, Real Mallorca, they have plenty to lose, as they could get one of those European spots, and it could be massive for them. And again, it's been 3 matches since Real Mallorca haven't won a match. They've only won 1 out of their last 5 matches. So, they need these points, as they've not been winning. Recently, they've been giving away a lot of points. And it's something that's, very important here for Real Mallorca. They can't give away any more points. Today needs to be a win. And when you're facing a team like this at your own ground, it's a massive opportunity to rack up points before the end of the season. There's only about 3 to 4 matches left before the end of the season. They just need to rack up as many points as they can. And this is one of the matches that they definitely do have to win if they want to stay up there, and keep on and fight for one of those European spots. It's definitely possible, but again, a win here today is a must, as they have been giving away quite a lot of points. Last time out for Real Mallorca, that was just last week ago, they did face Girona at the Montilivi Stadium, where the home side did manage to keep the 3 points at home, winning 1-0. It was Cristian Tuani who scored the only goal for Girona in the 10th minute, and that was a match that most fans, most players really, really wanted to win. Many people expected Real Mallorca to win, but unfortunately they couldn't go out and do it last week. So, out here today with the home fans, it definitely needs to happen. And of course, the last 2 fixtures for Real Mallorca have been away matches, so they haven't played home in quite some time in front of their fans, in front of their people. So that's just an even bigger reason to have more motivation to get these 3 points out here today, as they have been struggling a bit with the form, but again, they're still in a really good position. They just need to keep it up. Real Mallorca have won 1 match out of their last 5 matchups, and Valladolid have won 0 out of their last 5 matchups. So that is also something you have to take into consideration. Valladolid is probably the team in worst form in the whole of the La Liga division. They haven't managed to keep a clean sheet in 15 matches now, and they also haven't managed to win a match in also 15 matches now. So, Real Mallorca, they have been struggling offensively, especially last time out up against Girona. They only had 1 shot on target out of 9. It's something that they have been struggling with defensively. They've been very sharp. They've been playing 5 at the back quite often. It seems to work, but again, when it comes to the offensive side, they struggle a lot more. Out here, they are playing 4 at the back today, as obviously they're trying to go for the win. They're trying to get some more goals, try and push more offensively, and that's what they need to do up against a team like this that concedes so much. So I think I do have very high hopes for today's matchup. I think most people do, and they should. As I can't see any other result except for a win out here today, and I'm hoping that is what happens, as Real Mallorca again do desperately need the 3 points. And last time out for Valladolid, they did face Barcelona, and that was at the José Zorrilla Stadium, where the home side did manage actually to score early on to take the lead up against Barcelona, Valladolid. But again, it was shortly after where Barcelona in the second half went on to score 2 goals, bring it back, and take home the 3 points, winning 1-2 at Valladolid Stadium. But again, it's not a bad result last time out for Valladolid, as you're playing against the team leaders. scoring one against them, and them only scoring 2 against you. It's definitely not a bad result for Valladolid, so fair play to them. They definitely don't have to underestimate Valladolid too much. But, you know, it's a must win, and it should be a win, and I hope most of these players have the motivation out there today to get the 3 points in front of their own home side. And again, as I did mention, Valladolid sitting all the way down at 20th place at the bottom of the table with 16 points this season. They are a team that just come up, and it looks like they've already been relegated, so they are going back down. And Real Mallorca, on the other hand, in a much better position, sitting right now at 10th place with 44 points. Again, if they get a win today, it would give them 47 points in total, which would mean a Europa League spot temporarily, depending on other results of the other teams this week's out. Now, we're just about 18 minutes away from kickoff, so do not go anywhere, as Real Mallorca will be facing Valladolid here at the Sunmore Stadium. Kickoff will be starting, again, as I did mention, just in about 18 minutes, so do not go anywhere. If you do want to see that, we are going to talk a bit more about this pre-matchup that we have coming up, as there's lots to talk about these two sides. And make sure also to follow us on the English Twitter page if you want to keep up with more information about day-to-day content from Real Mallorca and match days, of course. Make sure to follow us on there. And again, we're going to keep on talking about plenty more things we still have to mention about these two sides out here today. And one thing we're going to talk about right now is actually the last time these two sides did face each other. And that was all the way back in September at the José Zorrilla Stadium, which, for those who don't know, is the Valladolid Stadium. And the visiting side did take home the 3 points, winning 1-2 with Kai Larin and Valery Fernandez scoring both of the goals for Real Mallorca and taking home the 3 points, winning 1-2. So again, a good result there for Real Mallorca at, I would say, quite a difficult stadium to get 3 points at. You know, these lower teams, when you play at their ground, it is more of a struggle against their people to try and get the win. Now, if you do take a look at the screen, you can see the highlights of that matchup. I do believe I was commenting this match, and again, it was an excellent matchup for Real Mallorca, and what a match we did have out there. And again, if you do want to see that, you can take a look. Kai Larin did score that match, but again, he is actually not starting out here tonight. Instead, we do have Velat Muriqi up front here tonight, the number 7 up front, the maximum goal scorer this season for Real Mallorca, with 7 goals to his name. And he's definitely having an excellent season. He did just come back from injury. He was out for about a month due to an injury. Takuma Sano also back out here in the starting lineup tonight. He was also out injured, and he is also now back. So, big advantage there for Real Mallorca, because those are 2 very important players that we finally have back in the squad. But again, they have just come back from injury, so they still might be maybe a bit not as sharp, maybe a bit shaky. We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. But again, they do have Kai Larin on the bench, who is an ex-Real Valladolid player. Real Mallorca did sign Kai Larin off of Valladolid just last year for around 9 million euros. So again, he didn't celebrate the goal when he did score against his home side. And, Kai Larin does know this team probably better than anyone else on that Real Mallorca side. And that's also another big advantage that they have on the bench, is to bring on Kai Larin in case we see that it's not working. One thing I also do want to mention, we do have Jan Salas and Marc Dominic on the bench, 2 youngsters that I am quite keen of, that I think every time they come on, they really bring the energy. When they come on the pitch, they really switch it up. When Real Mallorca struggle a lot more offensively, they bring on a lot of energy. I like it when they come on, and I hope to see some more of those 2 youngsters out here today. Now, if we do talk about the last time Real Mallorca did play against Valladolid at the Sunmore Stadium, that was all the way back in January 2023, so about 2.5 years ago, since Valladolid has played here at the Sunmore Stadium. And in that matchup, the home side did keep the 3 points at home, with Abdon Prats scoring the only goal in that match. a late minute winner actually in the 94th minute to win it 1-0 for his side. So again, every time these two sides do face each other, Real Mallorca always have a bit more of the upper hand. Matter of fact, in the last 3 matchups of these two sides, Real Mallorca, hasn't lost a single one of them. So the fingers are pointing for this side to win out here today, but I think it will depend if they just go out focused and concentrated. I think it will really, really depend a lot on that. So, we will see if this Real Mallorca side is capable of here today. They are capable of beating plenty of teams. We have seen what they have done this season. But the question is are they going to go out focused out here tonight? That's something that they really need to keep in the mind. They don't need to underestimate Valladolid. And they need to go in definitely focused in this matchup, despite Valladolid's place in their recent results. They still really need to be focused and go out bright and sharp. Now, also one very big advantage for Real Mallorca out here tonight is Valladolid's maximum goal scored this season. Mamadou Sylla is out this match because he did pick up a suspension last time out. He's got 5 goals this season for Valladolid, and he is their maximum goal scorer. And luckily for Real Mallorca, he picked up a suspension and he is out here today. And that, again, another very, very big advantage for Real Mallorca. But this Valladolid side still does have quite a few good players on their side. Raúl Moro also starting for Valladolid out here tonight. He's got 4 goals and 4 assists to his name this season. So definitely some decent players out there. We also got Amala starting out here for Valladolid. He's got 4 goals this season too. So again, Valladolid, not to be too underestimated, as they do still have some decent players on their side, and they do put up a fight, as we did see last week out against Barcelona from Valladolid. So we will see that. Now we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be back very soon, but do not go anywhere, and we will be back soon.
Baja un poco diafragma. Ahí mejor. Carlos hacia afición donde usted toca. ¿Vale? Ana, te voy a pinchar, ¿vale? Escúchame una cosa, Ana. Cuando salgan los jugadores, acuérdate de que no puedes dar plano. Te quedas con ese plano, ¿vale? Gracias. Y luego te quedas con el entrenador. Te voy a pinchar, ¿vale?
And now we are just a few minutes away from kickoff. We're just about 3 minutes away from this kickoff here at the Son Mas Stadium, where we have Real Mallorca facing up against Valladolid. And again, definitely a must-win match here for Real Mallorca. We have the players here lining up in the tunnel. And we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Players lining up in the tunnel. They are going to walk out here very soon. Real Mallorca, again, with a lot to lose, with a lot on the line. And if they do get the 3 points here today, it would count towards getting any type of European football competition. On the other hand, for Valladolid, they are deep in the relegation zone. And mathematically, they are already out of the competition. So they do not have anything to lose realistically here, Valladolid. Now we do have the children lining up to take a picture of the Real Mallorca Foundation, doing amazing work for their home side. And we have the ambience going crazy here at the Son Mas Stadium. We have the people clapping, singing, waving their flags. And you can see the support that the fans have brought to the stadium here today. And you just know it's going to be an absolutely amazing matchup here today. A crucial match for Real Mallorca, you could definitely say. Real Mallorca chasing the dreams for that European football possibility. And there's the man himself who has made it possible so far. Jacob Arrasate taking his seat here. Probably feeling a bit nervous for today. And we do have the referees going out here, lining up, the players shaking hands, getting ready for this matchup. And again, you could just feel the ambience in here tonight. You just know it's going to be a great matchup between these two sides. And now both these sides taking their team picture here. And again, in case you did miss it, we have Real Mallorca facing up against Valladolid, and we are about to get under the way. We're just about a few minutes away. And a very important match for Real Mallorca, as a win today would put them on 47 points, taking that 7th place position. Valladolid, on the other hand, not risking anything out here today, as mathematically they have already been relegated. And again, two very important players back here in this Real Mallorca lineup after being out injured. It's Takuma Asano and Vedat Muriki, both back from injuries. Two very important players. And they are back in the starting lineup here tonight after being out for some while. And it does give Real Mallorca more hope to get the 3 points out here today, as it's definitely been a lack in confidence, I would say, from these players recently. Again, Kyle Larin also on the bench here tonight. The ex-Valladolid player who used to play for this purple and white side last season, until Real Mallorca went on ahead to sign him, as he did end as one of the maximum goal scorers in the second division last season for Valladolid. So he was having a splendid season. And now the ball has kicked off and we are on the way. Valladolid does get the kickoff here and kicking it right up, going straight for the goal. And I do wonder what type of approach Valladolid are going to take for this matchup, as I certainly know what type of approach Real Mallorca are making. They're definitely going for a more offensive threat here today, as they usually would play 5 at the back. Well, today they're going out with 4 and going out a bit with more offensive threats. Valladolid, on the other hand, I'm still curious to see what type of approach they do make for this matchup. As again, as I did mention, they have nothing to lose. So maybe they will go for the victory just to get some points, just to end off the season, just to look a bit better, realistically. So we will see what Valladolid are looking for out here today. And again, it's a very, very important match for Real Mallorca out here today. And hopefully they are feeling too nervous. Vedat Muriqi also back on the pitch after being out for about a month injured. And he is having an amazing season, this man. The Pirate, as they do call him this season. He's the maximum goal scorer for Real Mallorca currently. 7 goals to his name in the La Liga division competition. So he's been a very, very important character for this Real Mallorca side this season. And again, we'll see what type of approach Valladolid do make in this matchup. And Dominic Grave playing at the back this matchup for Real Mallorca. Now Real Mallorca maybe holding a little bit of the possession here, as it's been a bit of a shaky start from both of these sides. But again, we are only just a few minutes in. And now Johan Mojica on that left-hand side, trying to take it forward. Johan Mojica, also a player that's been very important this season for Real Mallorca. Now Sergi Darder does get taken down here, claiming a foul. The referee says no good. It was Nigisher that did take down Sergi Darder here. Taking a look at the replay here. Does look like he does take him down. He doesn't get any type of contact with the ball. But the referee's decided that there will be no foul here. But it is going to be a corner kick here for Real Mallorca. The first corner kick of the match. Now putting in the cross here into that second post. Nothing comes from it. Takuma Sano does pick up the rebound here. Now Real Mallorca going out again, trying to put in the cross. The first post. It's cleared again by Valladolid. Now Valladolid maybe starting to look to play a bit from out the back. as Real Mallorca are putting a bit of offensive pressure on them. Again, Valladolid, of course, years ago did used to be much of a bigger team than Real Mallorca. We're talking about a team that does have 47 seasons spent in the first division. But again, they only just got promoted this year, and they are going back down. As usually they are a team that go up and down quite often to the first division and the second. But historically, they were a much bigger team many years ago. Ranked the 13th biggest club historically of Spain. 13th. So again, did used to be a very big club. Now Johan Mojica with the throw-in for Real Mallorca in that Valladolid half of the pitch, putting it into the box. Valladolid clearing it. Samu Costa trying to get that rebound here. Valladolid breaking through. It was Chucky down that right hand wing going for it. Martin Valgent there to cut it out. And now Chucky playing it inwards. Now Valladolid are going to try and put in the cross. It is blocked here by Mojica. And it is going to be the first corner kick for Valladolid. Now Valladolid have the corner. Can they make anything from it? And I do think this match is going to be quite complicated for Real Mallorca. Especially as they have been struggling to score recently. Now putting in the corner into that second post. And the ball is just falling, rebounding everywhere. Valladolid did get the shot off, but it was blocked. And now putting in the cross again. And Dominic Greif getting an amazing save here on that cross. And taking a look at the replay here. Lovely cross into that second post. And was saved there by Dominic Greif. Putting his foot in, just getting on the edge of it. It's the Valladolid centre-back, Gomert, that did get his foot on it. And a big save from Dominic Greif. And again, Real Mallorca do need to watch out here. It is going to be another corner for Valladolid. Now putting it into that first post. It is a poor cross. And trying to clear it here, Taku Massano. But he did give another corner away. Now it's going to be the third corner here for Valladolid. And now Valladolid to take the corner kick. Deciding to play it short. Takuma Sano there to cut it out. His touch is just a bit too heavy. Does give it back to Valladolid. And now Valladolid passing it all the way back to Ferreira. Ferreira deciding to play it up forwards. Maybe looking for Latasa. Omar Mascaré does get the ball. Does bring it back down. Martí Valgent trying to play it long. Danny Rodriguez does get the ball back. It's taken down. Mojica picks up the rebound. It's Mojica putting into the cross into that second post. Maybe looking for someone to get on the edge of it. Takuma Sano did take the leap up for it. Just couldn't get his head on it on time. It's a good effort here by Mojica. Definitely not shy of playing offense and putting those crosses in to the first and second post. As it is something that Johan Mojica does tend to do. But it is going to be a goal kick here for Valladolid. Ferreira taking it quickly. And Ferreira does kick the ball out of bounds here. It's going to be a throw in here for Real Mallorca. It's a poor goal kick. And again, Real Mallorca want to make sure that they don't get too confident in this matchup, as Valladolid can be a team that do cause a bit of trouble despite all of their stats this season, as they almost caused trouble for Barcelona last week out. Now Real Mallorca holding it in their own half, struggling a bit to play from out the back. But Antonio Rayo into Mojica. Now Mojica back to Rayo. Real Mallorca looking for a way out of their own half. Valladolid putting on quite a lot of pressure here, not letting Real Mallorca play the ball easily. Now it's a lovely through ball here into Dani Rodriguez, who loses it. And Valladolid can break on the counter-attack here. Now trying to put in the low cross, and it's a goal here for Valladolid. Breaking on the counter-attack. And Real Mallorca have conceded here, and it's Chucky that gets the first goal here. And what is going on here for Real Mallorca? And just like that, Valladolid lead here at the Son Moix Stadium. And again, it's poor there from Real Mallorca's Dani Rodriguez, who just loses the ball in that midfield. Valladolid break on the counter-attack. It's a lovely through ball here to play Chucky in from Moro. Martin Valgen just trying to clear the ball there. And Antonio Rayo just can't get there on time to put his foot in. And Moro taking it all the way through and putting in a lovely through ball into Chucky. And now Valladolid lead here at the Son Moix Stadium. And now Real Mallorca really have a mountain to climb back here now. And now here's Valladolid again, breaking through, and Dominic Grave comes out. And thank Dominic Grave for that one, as he did have his eye on the ball. He came out early to clear it, as if not, La Tasa would have been through on goal. Now Real Mallorca with the ball. Takuma Sano gets taken down here. The referee does blow his whistle, and it is going to be a booking here for that number 6 of Valladolid. Oscar does pick up the yellow card here. Just hits Takuma Sano, just gets there late for the challenge and takes him out there. Oscar Carr there, picking up the first booking of the match here. The number 6 centre back for Valladolid. Now Sergi Darder to take the set piece play here for Mallorca. Putting in the cross here. Nobody can get on the edge of it. Valladolid do pick up the rebound. Now Omar Mascarell does get the ball back here for Real Mallorca. Putting in the cross here. They can't make anything from it. Now Real Mallorca picking up the rebound. Mojica on the left-hand side. Tries playing it free into Samu Costa, who does get the corner kick here for Real Mallorca. But the referee has changed his mind. He has awarded a goal kick and not a corner kick. Quite surprised here by that decision by the referee. And it's good defending here by Valladolid so far. But again, Real Mallorca definitely going to have to push the offensive here. 13 minutes in, losing to Valladolid, who have scored 6 goals out of the last 5 matches. So not shy when it comes to awesome offensive play, Valladolid, but they also do concede a high amount of goals. As in the last 15 matches, they haven't managed to keep a clean sheet. They also haven't managed to win any of the last 15 matches, Valladolid. Now here's Maffeo to Rayo. Back out to Mojica. Now here's Pablo Maffeo. Maffeo trying to put in the cross here. And now Pablo Maffeo gets it back, tries putting in the cross here. They can't make the most of that cross, as Valladolid do end up clearing it. Real Mallorca do pick up the rebound again. Samu Costa plays it into Rayo, playing out wide here to Mojica. Now Mojica into Darder. Sergi Darder moving very well in the midfield here. Into Valgent. Now Dani Rodriguez putting in the cross into that second post, and it's a poor header here by Muriqi. And it goes much too wide over that crossbar. And it was a good effort there from Dani Rodriguez to keep the ball in the play and put in the cross. But again, it's just a poor header here. Taking a look at the replay from the goal. They just can't giving away the ball like that in the midfield. Dani Rodriguez losing it there, which just gives Valladolid the counter-attack. Now Chucky taking out Samu Costa here. Real Mallorca taking it quickly into Mojica, who's down the left-hand side. And it is going to be a free kick here for Valladolid, as they did take down the Valladolid left back there. Taking a look at the replay here. Mojica does very well to skip past his man, but again, just gets surrounded by players. Just can't skip past every single one of those. Amaya does get the ball back for Valladolid. They do get the free kick here. Now here's Valladolid coming again down the left-hand side. Putting into the low cross. And it's a big save by Dominic Grave here. And Real Mallorca almost went 2-0 down there. And again, Real Mallorca losing the ball in that midfield, and Valladolid just breaking on the counter-attack. Taking a look at the replay here, it would have been offside either way. But again, it's Moro with the same type of play, playing it into Chucky. And it was almost the complete same situation as the first goal. And now Valladolid taking a poor shot. And there's going to be a goal kick here for Real Mallorca. It was Chucky taking the shot off. Trying to play it quickly into Takuma Sano. Now Takuma playing it back here into Muriqi. Muriqi does play it out wide to Mojica. Valladolid again getting the ball back here. And Valladolid breaking on the counter-attack here. Taking the shots off. And it just goes wide. And it's Chucky again. And now Real Mallorca really struggling in this matchup here, as it could be 3-0 already for Valladolid. And it's Juki and Moro causing all the problems for Real Mallorca. And if Real Mallorca don't slow this match down, then they might concede another goal very, very soon. And, you know, you'd think that with Real Mallorca losing 1-0, that they'd look a lot better than this. But they've been losing the ball, giving away free counterattacks for Valladolid, and that's what they've been doing. Just breaking on the counterattacks, and they've been so dangerous, Valladolid. Now Valladolid, they have to play it from out the back here. Now Valladolid playing it all the way back to Ferreira. Now Ferreira into Oscar. And now 20 minutes in here in this matchup, in this first half. Real Mallorca trailing behind, losing 0-1 here against Valladolid. And now the referee does not give that. Real Mallorca claiming the free kick here. Referee says nothing. And now Valladolid again attacking here against Real Mallorca in their own half. Dominic Grave is not happy with this Real Mallorca side now. VAR did decide that it just wasn't enough to go under review. And it could have been a potential penalty for Real Mallorca. The referee decided not to check it. Now Pablo Maffeo here. It's Samu Costa. Back to Maffeo. Now Maffeo into Samu Costa. Trying to put in the cross here, Real Mallorca. Valladolid not allowing it. Now trying to put in the cross here, Real Mallorca. Muriqui does fall over. Now Rayo into Mojica. And now Vedat Muriqui on the ground here, and he's not gotten up yet. And hopefully it is nothing too serious here. Taking a look at the replay here from that challenge. Taking a look at the replay here. I can't quite see if he actually does get contact here on Muriqui. Either way, they did not decide to check it. Muriqui is back up, trying to play it into Mojica here. And again, I think Valladolid's main tactic this match has just been breaking on counter-attacks every time Real Mallorca do lose the ball. Now Samu Costa trying to get the shot off here. The rebound into Takuma Sano. And Ferreira makes the big save here. That's a big chance there for Real Mallorca. And what chance that was there for Real Mallorca, for Takuma Sano. And it's a big save by Ferreira. Now Maffeo puts the throw in here. Sergio there looks like he was trying to get the shot off. Now Valladolid could break on the counter-attack, but no, it's going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. And Mojica on the ground here. Looks quite hurt. Hopefully he is okay, Mojica. It's Latasa who just hits him with the elbow. And now Real Mallorca to take the free kick here. Trying to play it long. The Valladolid player blocks it. It's going to be a throw in here for Real Mallorca. 25 minutes in here so far. 20 minutes to go. And if Real Mallorca can get an equalizer before the end of the first half, that would be very, very important for them. And now, Antonio Raillo taking it forward here. It's Martin Valiant who's going to take the ball forward here. He does play it out to Maffeo. Now it's Maffeo taking it himself. It's a lovely play from Takuma Sano into Maffeo, playing it into Dani Rodriguez. And what play that was there from Pablo Maffeo and Takuma Sano. Playing it into Dani Rodriguez, who just takes a touch too much and goes out of bounds. Maybe should be taking the shot there. And Real Mallorca with some big chances here. But again, they need to make the most of these chances. Now Valladolid with poor touch and giving away throw-in. And again, as I did mention, it's Juki and Moro who are just constantly causing a threat to Real Mallorca. Now, Real Mallorca last 5 minutes, I would say they have gained a lot more control. They've slowed the match down, which is good. But in those first few minutes, those two players were just so dangerous. So that's something that they do need to watch out for, Real Mallorca. And now playing out wide to Mojica. Trying to put the cross in here. Martin Valiant does get the ball back here. Now Pablo Maffeo trying to put the cross in here. And it's an equalizer here from Real Mallorca. It's Omar Mascarell who gets on the edge of the cross. And a lovely goal here from Real Mallorca. And a very, very important response from this Mallorcan side here at the Somos Stadium. It's Omar Mascarell with the equalizer. And a very important moment here in this matchup. Omar Mascarell in the 28th minute to get the equalizer for Real Mallorca. And now, taking a look at the replay here. What a ball that is there from Pablo Maffeo. And what a shot by Omar Mascarell. What a cross that is there. Omar Mascarell taking a lovely shot there with his left foot. And Real Mallorca gets the equalizer here. And it's a big cross and a lovely finish. The combination there from Pablo Maffeo into Omar Mascarell And a very, very important goal here for Real Mallorca. And Real Mallorca finally managed to score a goal after not managing to score for 3 matches in a row now. And it's Omar Mascarell who's gone ahead and done it for Real Mallorca. Now 1-1 here at the Son Moix Stadium, where it is all square. 30 minutes into this matchup. And what a lifeline that is there for Real Mallorca. And a very important moment to score a goal before the end of the first half. It's something that's key. And now here comes Real Mallorca again. Omar Mascarell into Mojica. Back to Omar Mascarell. And Real Mallorca definitely don't have to stop there. They have to keep on going for more. Muriqi trying to make it work. Ends up losing it. Samu Costa out to Omar Mascarell. And now Mojica trying to put in the cross here. It is blocked. It is going to be a corner kick here for Real Mallorca. Perez with the block from that cross of Johan Mojica. And now Real Mallorca to take the corner kick here. Now Mojica putting in the cross here into that first post. Trying to get the rebound. Valladolid clearing it. Now Mojica gets the rebound. Trying to play it into Dani Rodriguez, who does get taken out there by Amala, the number 21. Taking a look at the replay here. He does get the ball, but they do just clash into each other there. Hopefully he is okay, Dani Rodriguez. It is going to be a throw-in for Real Mallorca. And now, ball out to Omar Mascarell, the man himself who scored the goal for Real Mallorca. And now Real Mallorca all of a sudden very alive here in this match. Now here's Derder trying to play cross into Takuma here. Rayo picking up the rebound. And Pablo Maffeo ends up clearing the ball. It is going to be a free kick here for Valladolid. It was Antonio Rayo, I believe, who did take him out there. Just steps on him there. Into that number 15, Comert. He just gets fouled there by Antonio Rayo. And again, ever since Real Mallorca just scored that equalizer, they've looked all of a sudden much more alive in this matchup. But again, Valladolid still very much into this match, as those two players have been so dangerous for Valladolid on the counter-attack between Moro and Chucky. Two very big dangers so far in this matchup. And every time Valladolid do break on a counter-attack, it is those two players who cause all the problems. So Real Mallorca just can't afford to give away those silly mistakes. And it just seems that's the way Valladolid are going to play this match. And it has been working for them so far. So Real Mallorca definitely need to find a way to stop those two breaking on the counter-attack. And now putting in the cross here. Real Mallorca, Valladolid clearing it. It is going to be a free kick here for Valladolid. Antonio Rayo picks up a yellow card here. The first booking for Real Mallorca. And Antonio Rayo not happy with that. But he does take him down there. Looks like it's Latasai. Very unnecessary foul there by Antonio Rayo. And definitely the right decision to give a yellow card. And now here come Valladolid trying to break down that right-hand side, kicking it right into the hands of Dominic Grave. And now Real Mallorca trying to turn around here. Gets taken down. It's free kick for Real Mallorca. It was Derder, just gets taken down there by that number 4, Nikisher, on that Valladolid side. And now here come Valladolid again on the counter-attack. This time Real Mallorca do stop him on time, but again, it's every time that Valladolid break on the counter-attack that they're so dangerous. Mojica ends up getting the ball back here for Real Mallorca. And now, Real Mallorca playing from out the back. It's Martin Valgent who's taking the ball forward here. Into Antonio Rayo, who is on a yellow card, so he does have to watch out from now on. Rayo. Now here's Mojica back to Omar Mascarey. Into Derder. Sergi Derder taking it himself, trying to put in the cross into that second post. Valladolid clearing it. It's Maffeo. Maffeo trying to dribble past his man, but could not make it work. It's Perez who did recover it. Now Valladolid kicking it up again, looking for the counter-attack. Now Latasa does end up committing a foul here on the Real Mallorca defender. It's just Antonio Rayo. He takes out, just hits him there with the elbow. And he does have to watch out, as those can be bookable offences, hitting with the elbow like that. Now Real Mallorca to take the free kick here, just in their own half. I'm taking it quickly here. Real Mallorca, Martin Valgent playing it out to Antonio Rayo. Back to Martin Valgent, who are definitely holding the line up quite high into Takuma Sano here. Takuma Sano's going to take it on himself, trying to put in that cross into the second post. No one can get on the edge of it. And it's a lovely effort there from Real Mallorca. Not quite sure who he tried putting the cross into. It's either Muriqui or Dani Rodriguez. But again, one of them did get a touch on it. And it is going to be a throw in here for Valladolid. And what a ball that was there from Pablo Maffeo into Omar Mascarey. And it's a lovely goal. Now here's Real Mallorca losing the ball. And Valladolid are going to break on the counter-attack here. Now it's Raúl Moro who's been such a danger with the ball. Trying to put in the low cross. It is blocked here. And the referee has awarded a goal kick for that. I did think it was a cross. It was Asno who was trying to put in the low cross there for Valladolid. And now 37 minutes in here in this matchup. Just about 8 minutes left to go, plus extra time before the end of this first half. Now Muriqui bringing it down very well here for his side. But they're back into Muriqui. Now here's Mojica. Mojica back into Derder. Derder trying to put in the cross here, trying to look for someone. And it was a very good effort there by Derder. But no one could quite read the pass. And Ferreira gets there first. Now Valladolid trying to break. They do get taken down. They are going to get free kick here. Maffeo fouling the number 21 there for Valladolid. Amaya. Now Valladolid taking the free kick and playing it back. Valladolid taking it down that left-hand side. Just looking to play into Latasa, who's on the edge of the box. Mojica is there to get it back. Martin Valgent with a risky pass into Maffeo. They do end up getting a throw in here, Real Mallorca. Now Pablo Maffeo kicking it up. And Real Mallorca losing the ball. Valladolid on the counter-attack. It's a very good ball into Chucky here, who plays it into Moro and gets the shot off, and a big save by Dominic Grave. And it is going to be a corner kick here. And again, what ball from Chucky, playing it into Moro, who gets the shot off. And a big save by Grave, just not enough power on a shot, luckily. And again, it's those two players linking up, breaking on the counter-attack and causing the problem every single time for Real Mallorca. And these two are being so dangerous against this Real Mallorca side out here tonight. And now Valladolid with the corner, 40th minute here, 5 minutes left to go, plus extra time. Putting the cross into that second post. It is cleared here by Mallorca. Trying to put in the cross again. Goes right into the hands of Dominic Grave. Dominic Grave taking it quickly. A bit too much power from Dominic Grave on that goal kick. And now it's going to be a goal kick for Ferreira. Trying to break on the counter-attack there, Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca 1 and Valladolid 1 here. Chucky scoring in the 11th minute and Omar Mascarell scoring in the 21st minute. And now Real Mallorca definitely have good rhythm, but Valladolid still looking dangerous on those counter-attacks. So we will see what will occur within the next few minutes. Now Real Mallorca have the ball and they're going to play out wide to Mojica. Now Real Mallorca playing it very well to switch it down the right hand side. Valgent is taking it forward, playing the ball into Pablo Maffeo. Pablo Maffeo putting in the cross here, looking for Samu Costa. He does very well to play it back into Mojica. Mojica putting in the cross into that second post. And now the Valladolid defender clearing it. And it is going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. Asno with the clearance. And it's a lovely ball there by Johan Mojica into that second post. Now it's going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. And the question is, can anyone get on the edge of it? Taking the corner here. Taking the shot off. And a big save here by Ferreira. The rebound fell right to Samu Costa and then into Martin Valgent, and a big save by Ferreira. Now putting on the cross again here into that second post, getting the shot off, and it just goes over the crossbar. It's a lovely header there from Antonio Raillo. And what a header, what a chance that was there, just over that crossbar. Antonio Raillo. And a big chance there for Real Mallorca, and they're definitely starting to look a lot better, this Real Mallorca side here now. Approaching the 44th minute, and there'll just be a few minutes left to go. There won't be much extra time added on, I don't think. Now here's Real Mallorca again with the ball in that Valladolid half. Mojica stops, turns around and plays it back here to Antonio Rayo. Here's Antonio Rayo playing it to Muriqi, who loses the ball here. We've not seen much from him this match so far. He's been very quiet. Now Omar Mascarell gets the ball back here for Real Mallorca. The question is, can they break on the counter-attack? It's Samu Costa who has the ball. Puts in a lovely ball in here. But it's a poor touch by Takuma. Everyone just chasing that ball here. Valladolid end up clearing it. Now, here is Pablo Maffeo holding on to that ball. Into Mojica. Sergi Derder looking for a way through, out to Samu Costa. Back to Mojica. There are going to be 2 minutes extra time added on here. Now Samu Costa with the ball on the left-hand side. Puts in a low ball in here. And it's a big chance for Real Mallorca. But either way, I do believe it was offside. But it was a lovely chance there for Real Mallorca. From Samu Costa playing it into Dani Rodriguez. He plays it through into Takuma. But again, it was offside. So either way, it wouldn't have counted. But definitely a better first half here from Real Mallorca. But again, some of these players have been very quiet so far. I definitely think Real Mallorca will need a bit more if they want to go on to win this game. Now Dani Rodriguez getting it back and playing out wide here. Can Real Mallorca get a goal before the end of the first half? No, they cannot. And again, it's Dani Rodriguez with too much of a heavy touch, and that's the second time that's happened to him this matchup. Taking a look at the replay from the first goal from Valladolid. And again, it's just those two linking up, constantly breaking on the counter-attack. They're so dangerous. But luckily for Real Mallorca, they did get the equalizer in this first half. Now here come Valladolid. Again, taking the shot off. The rebound falls into the hands of Grave. And the referee blows his halftime whistle. That is the end of this first half. Real Mallorca 1, Valladolid 1. And it was a poor start to the match, definitely. A very, very poor start, as Valladolid were looking so dangerous on the counterattacks, and Real Mallorca defensively were all over the place. But after Real Mallorca got that first goal, they started to look a lot better, and now they look like they're definitely in this match. But one or two players definitely need to step it up just a little bit more, I think. Vedat Muriqi, the man up front in this matchup, has definitely been very quiet so far in this match. And Dani Rodriguez, I definitely feel like, is a player that also needs to step it up a bit more in this matchup if they need to get more goals. And they have had plenty of chances. They've just not managed to score them. Omar Mascarell so far looking very, very good in this Real Mallorca side. Pablo Maffeo also looking very good. But there are a few players in that Real Mallorca side that haven't quite been giving enough. Takuma Sano also has had one or two chances and they just can't make the most of it. But again, I definitely think Real Mallorca can go out to win this match in this second half. If they can just step it up a little bit more. But I'd say in that first half, it's a very, very good first half. The first 10 minutes, of course, were very poor. And every time they lose the ball, Valladolid break on the counter-attack, and they're just so dangerous at doing that. But we are going to go on a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back very soon. So do not go anywhere, and we will be back for the second half very, very shortly. And we are back after that quick short break where Real Mallorca did equalize in this first half, where Valladolid started off winning the match, scoring early on in the first 10 minutes of this matchup. But luckily, just 10 minutes after, Omar Mascarell did go on to get the equalizer for Real Mallorca. So again, it was a poor start from Real Mallorca, a very poor start. And Valladolid were actually looking very, very dangerous, constantly breaking on the counter-attack every time that Real Mallorca lost the ball. Between Moro looking very dangerous, very, very, very dangerous on that right-hand side. Linking up a lot with Chucky, those two breaking on the counter-attack. It was not looking good for Real Mallorca first 10 minutes in. But when Real Mallorca did get the equalizer, they started to look a lot better, started to gain the rhythm a lot more, and to get back into the game. And now we're just a few seconds away from kickoff. We're waiting for the referee to blow the whistle for this match to undergo underway again. And Real Mallorca will start the kickoff in the second half. And Real Mallorca, again, have a mountain to still climb, as this Valladolid side is proving to be a difficult team to beat so far in this first half. And now the ball is under the way. The match has kicked off, then the second half has begun. So again, let's get right to it. And right ahead, Real Mallorca already breaking free offensively. Again, as they still have quite a way to go to beat this Valladolid side here at the San Martin Stadium in front of their fans, and to get the 3 points finally that they so much have been wanting. And again, they have been struggling quite a lot offensively last few matches, not scoring a goal in the last 3 matches. Luckily for Real Mallorca, Omar Mascarell went ahead and broke that curse. And now they finally have scored a goal in the last 3 matches. But again, Real Mallorca definitely have to win this match here. Now here's Muriqui holding on to the ball, trying to play it through into Mojica. Valladolid clearing that ball. And now, a good effort there from Muriqui, who has been very, very quiet so far in this first half. We've really not seen much of him, Muriqui. Muriqui trying to put in the cross there. And it is going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. And again, as I did mention, Muriqui, of course, has just come back from injury starting this match here. So, of course, he might not be at his sharpest. Takuma Asano also coming back from injury. Now putting in the cross here in that first post. It's not high enough. Picking up the rebound here, Mojica. And now they're going to try and put in the cross into that second post. Ferreira gets there first. And now Valladolid finally have possession of the ball in this second half. Playing it into Candela. And Valladolid are going to take it forward. Real Mallorca putting on a bit of pressure here. Not too much as Takuma Asano pressing here. Valladolid losing the ball under the pressure here. Could be a mistake there from Valladolid. Real Mallorca can't make the most of that counter-attack. And now here come Valladolid down that left-hand side. Laud Moro switching it. Trying to switch it all the way down that right-hand side. Real Mallorca getting there first. And again, so far in this matchup, Moro and Chucky have definitely been the most dangerous players in this match. Both of them linking up very, very well on the counter-attack. And this Valladolid side proving that they're not an easy side to beat. Causing trouble and problems here for Real Mallorca at their own stadium, at the San Martin Stadium. Of course, mathematically, they still have gone down. They have been relegated no matter what. So it's a shame for them to go down after some matches proving that they are a strong side. The first half was a bad start to the first half from Real Mallorca. Of course, Valladolid did start the match off better. Now playing the ball into Takumasano here. Is going to play it short on the edge of the box, taking the shots off, and Real Mallorca scoring to get the lead here. It's Sergi Derder who slots it into that bottom corner. And what a goal that is here from Sergi Derder. And it's a lovely goal here for Real Mallorca to take the lead here at the Son Moix Stadium. A lovely assist there from Takuma Asano. And Sergi Derder, who's proved to be such an excellent player this season for Real Mallorca, scores the goal for his side. And again, Real Mallorca now leading here at the Son Moix Stadium. Real Mallorca 2 and Valladolid 1. Of course, there's still a long while to go, but again, what a touch that is there from Takuma Asano to bring it down. Plays a lovely free ball into Derder, who takes a touch, slots it into that bottom right corner. A lovely touch and a very calm finish. And Ferreira just can't deep down on time to get there. And what a ball, what a goal that is there from Sergi Derder. And now Real Mallorca leading here at the Son Moix Stadium. And Real Mallorca leading here now. But here come Valladolid instantly on the kickoff. Real Mallorca clearing it. And it's a lovely goal there from Sergi Derder. And the pass there and the touch from Takuma Asano has been absolutely excellent. And again, you could just see how much of an important player Takuma Asano is in this squad. And when he is fit, when he's not injured, Real Mallorca are so much better with him. Now Real Mallorca getting there first while Valladolid were trying to attack. It's Sergi Derder who gets the ball. Tries playing it through here. But just not fast enough there. Now Valladolid definitely have nothing to lose here. Of course, they still are dangerous. Now Moro playing a lovely through ball into Azno, who's taking it himself, trying to put in the low cross. Real Mallorca blocking the cross there, Omar Mascarey, and it is going to be a corner here for Valladolid. And again, as I have been saying, what a player that Sergi Derder has proven to be in this Real Mallorca squad. And now it is going to be a corner here for Valladolid, putting it into that first post. Valladolid do end up getting the rebound here, playing it back out wide down the left-hand side. And now Azno trying to put in the cross again. And it's going to be another corner here for Real Mallorca. And Valladolid now have the opportunity maybe to get the equalizer here. Taking the corner kick here, Valladolid. Playing it short here, Valladolid. Raúl Moro taking it down, trying to put in the cross here. Getting on the edge of it. And Valladolid have equalized. And what is going on here? Valladolid getting the equalizer. It's Oscar Carr, the Valladolid centre back. And just like that, Valladolid have equalized the match. And again, these Real Mallorca defenders lacking here. He's all alone there. Oscar Carr, he has nobody challenging him. And again, they just can't be letting Moro get that cross in. Nobody challenging him. And again, it's just a poor goal, a poor giveaway from Real Mallorca. And now the referee is potentially checking for a possible offside, maybe, to see if the ball went out of play, but I don't think it did. And the referee has disallowed the goal. And the referee has awarded the offside in the end. So the Valladolid goal is not going to count. And a big relief there for Real Mallorca. And very luckily for Real Mallorca, as you really felt. Now, here's Takumasano on the edge of the box, taking the shot off, just going wide. And what a second half we have here on our hands, as the ball just keeps on going end to end. And a big chance there for Takumasano. And luckily for Real Mallorca that goal was disallowed. And Real Mallorca really need to start focusing on this match now. 55 minutes in here. Still a while to go. And Valladolid definitely still not out of this, proving to cause even more trouble. Real Mallorca do get the ball back. They are breaking on a counter-attack here, trying to take the shot off here. And the ball is going to go out for a corner. It's Sergi Derder who didn't pass the ball, even though he did have players to his side. And it's a poor shot there from Sergi Derder. It's actually going to be a goal kick here for Valladolid. And what chance that was there, breaking on the counter-attack. Every play seems to be a dangerous play from one of these sides. And it's a very good second half we have on our hands here. It is going to be free kick. The referee has continued the play here, trying to play it into Pablo Maffeo. Too much power on that pass there. And now Valladolid do get the throw in here. Taking a look here at the offside. And it is only just offside there by Valladolid, by the slightest inch. Now Vedan Muriqi putting on the pressure here. Valladolid do get the throw in here. But it's good offensive press there by Muriqi. And again, he's still been very quiet so far in this match. We've really not seen much from him so far. But Real Mallorca just have to remain calm and keep the defensive on their toes. Martin Balgin there taking down Latasa. Free kick here for Valladolid. And now looks like Valladolid are going to be making 2 substitutes here. Grilic and Masagent both coming on here for Valladolid. And those are the first substitutes of the match here. And it was for that purple and white side Valladolid who made the 2 substitutes. And again, Real Mallorca really just need to remain calm to play out through the end of this match, as they do have the lead here. And now Real Mallorca with possession of the ball here. Of course, they should remain calm, but I definitely think Real Mallorca should definitely go for another goal despite winning 2-1. But again, Valladolid still have nothing to lose, and now here's Muriqi trying to play it through into Mattheo. Muriqi does get the rebound. He's going to play it short here. It's Rayo with the ball. Leaves it into Samuel Costa. Out to Omar Mascarell. He's going to switch it down to Mattheo. Now Mattheo taking it forward himself. Putting it into the cross into that second post. Too much power on that cross. But it's a very good intention there from Pablo Mattheo. It is going to be a goal kick here for Valladolid. Ferreira to take it for the purple and white side here. $16,800 Mallorca fans at the San Marcos Stadium here tonight. Now here's Ferreira. He's going to play it short. Now Valladolid holding possession of the ball. Does very well to get the ball and turn there, Moro. And he's a very impressive player, I think. Now here come Valladolid. On the edge of the box, taking the shots off here. Dominic Greif does get the ball here, but it's a good effort there from Valladolid. The shot was on target, just not enough power on it. Now here come Real Mallorca as Dominic Greif with the ball. Dominic Greif playing it out wide. Looking for Mojica. The ball does go out of play. Now Valladolid to take the throw in. And again, this match could definitely still go either way. And I definitely think Real Mallorca should keep up the offensive side and go for the third goal. They look like they have dropped the intensity quite a bit. And Valladolid still looking quite dangerous. And slowly taking possession of the ball now. Valladolid just playing it through their own backyard, trying to fry a way out. Ferreira just holding possession of the ball. Now Moro trying to play it through into Asno, but can't get there on time. Real Mallorca defenders stepping on their toes. Valladolid pressing Dominic Greif here. Now Sergi Derder kept the ball in play somehow. They do end up losing it. It is Valladolid that are going to break on the counter-attack. It's Asno. Open it to Raul Moro. Pablo Mattheo defending very well. And very good defensive work there from Pablo Mattheo. Because as we all know, Raul Moro has been so dangerous in this matchup so far. And he's definitely a quality player. Now here's Mojica. He's trying to put in the cross into Muriqi, who gets the shot off. But it just goes past that post. And Muriqi not happy with the referee claiming it was a corner. Taking a look at the replay here. It doesn't quite look like any of those Valladolid players did touch the ball. But it looks like Muriqi did claim for a corner. And now, Valladolid are slowly starting to gain the possession back a little bit here. So again, Real Mallorca definitely have to stay on their toes, as Valladolid can slowly get back into this, gaining the possession. I think Real Mallorca want to stay in this match. They just need to keep hold of the ball and keep on playing offensive. It looks like, I'm getting word here, that guy Ladin is going to come on here for Real Mallorca, the ex-Valladolid player who transferred, and Antonio Sanchez also to come on for Real Mallorca. But again, Guy Ladin, the ex-Valladolid player who did transfer from Valladolid to Real Mallorca just last season, where he was having a spectacular season for Valladolid. And it looks like Guy Ladin will come on for Muriqi, most likely, as maybe he needs a bit of a rest as he's just come back from injury. Not only that, he's also been a bit quiet this match. Now Real Mallorca losing the ball, giving away a counter-attack. Dani Rodriguez does end up fouling, breaking the counter-attack here. Lucky to not get booked there. Now Muriqi coming off here for Guy Ladin, and Takuma Sano coming off for Antonio Sanchez. The two injured players now both coming off here, giving them maybe a bit of a rest. And Guy Ladin and Antonio Sanchez both coming on. Takuma Sano and Vedan Muriqi both coming off. Now the play is on the way. Dominic Greif to take the goal kick here. Taking a look at the replay here from that goal from Sergi Darder. It's such a well-placed shot, and it's a lovely touch. It's a lovely goal there by Sergi Darder. What player he has been this season for Real Mallorca. He's proved to make such an impact on this squad. Also one of the only players to gain a nomination for the Team of the Season players in the LaLiga division. And again, he's just been such a good player, creating such big chances for Real Mallorca this season. Also scoring plenty of goals, getting 5 assists. Again, he's been a top player, and we can't wait to see more from him next season. And now, Real Mallorca to take the free kick here. Sergi Darder putting the cross in here. Valladolid clearing it. Now Antonio Sanchez with the ball here. Antonio Sanchez stopping, turning around, holding possession of that ball. Out to Samu Costa. Now here's Martin Valgen with the ball. Antonio Sanchez trying to play a little flick through. It's good intention, but they just couldn't make it work here. Now here's Guy Ladin who gets a touch. Brings it down very well. Now it's Mojica. Sergi Darder putting a cross in here. And there's a good intention there, but Pablo Maffeo just could not find the ball. It is going to be a goal kick here for Valladolid. And now, 68 minutes in, just approaching the 70th minute, Real Mallorca leading 2-1 here at the Somos Stadium. But again, this match is definitely far from over. Real Mallorca have to stay in it. And they have played decent here, Real Mallorca. But it's just about if they can hold on and if the substitutes can also make a difference for their side as well. As Real Mallorca still do have quite a few options on the bench, trying to play a through ball here into Guy Ladin, who gets taken down, but he does get back up. Puts in a through ball here, Guy Ladin. Taking the shot off here, Antonio Sanchez. And it was a very good effort there. And Guy Ladin did very well there to take the touch, get back up, and then play a lovely through ball into Antonio Sanchez. Just taking a look at the replay. I'm not sure if it was a deflection or not. He does take the shot off. It just goes wide. Doesn't look like he goes to place it. Goes more for power. But it was a very good chance there for Real Mallorca. But again, as I was just mentioning, Real Mallorca still have a few options on the bench to bring on. And a very good effort there from the two substitutes that just came on. A good link up between Antonio Sanchez and Kyle Ladin. And now, Real Mallorca here with a lovely chance. It's Guy Ladin who played him in free. Putting in the low cross, and Valladolid get the clearance here. And what a play that was there from Real Mallorca. And again, it's a big chance created there by Guy Ladin, who's making a very good impact in this match so far. Now it is going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. And the ball just could not find its way into anyone with that low cross in the box. Now, Real Mallorca to take the corner here into that second post. The ball goes high in the sky. Antonio Sanchez does get the ball back. Lovely turn here. Trying to put in the cross. It's blocked. Dani Rodriguez getting taken down here. And the referee has given a free kick. And Dani Rodriguez does very well there to get the free kick. It was Amaya who just took him down there from behind. Samu Costa getting in a bit of an altercation there. And now, Sergi Darder to put in the cross. Putting in the cross here into that first post. It's a lovely cross. No one can get on the edge of it. It is going to be a goal kick. Not a goal, a throw-in here for Real Mallorca. And it looks like Valladolid are going to be making two more substitutes here. Moro coming off here, who's definitely been one of the best for Valladolid. And I definitely think Valladolid lose a very big player there with Raúl Moro coming off. He's such a big player for this Valladolid side, and he's definitely the most threatening, which is definitely good news for Real Mallorca. But again, Real Mallorca definitely have to stay in this match. Valladolid recovering the ball very well here, and they could potentially break on the counter-attack. Is Darwin Marchis trying to put in the cross here? It's a very, very poor cross. And he has given the goal kick here to Real Mallorca. Just approaching the 75th minute in here. 15 minutes left to go. It looks like Dani Rodriguez is on the ground here. He's got his hand on his right foot, it seems. Hopefully he is okay. He is taking his boots off. Hopefully he is okay. Looks like they are going to be taking him off maybe. Just looks like he got hit on his foot, on his right foot. And now Mateo Jaume will be coming on. Now Dani Rodriguez will come off due to that injury. And hopefully it is nothing too serious. Mateo Morey will be coming on to replace him. And so much clapping Dani Rodriguez here. A big round of applause for that man. He definitely put in a good effort today here at the Somos Stadium, and hopefully did enough to bring back the 3 points. But again, there's still about 15 minutes left to go. So we'll see, as it's definitely not over. And now Real Mallorca taking the ball here. It's Mateo Morey, who just came on. And he does lose the ball here. Villarreal, Valladolid. Now Valladolid down that right-hand side. Maybe still in this game. Maybe still trying to show that they're not out of it. And Mateo Jaume, he's just come on. Can hopefully help push his team on forward here. But again, Valladolid are definitely still in this match, putting the cross in. Real Mallorca clearing it. Pablo Maffeo playing it into Mateo Jaume, who does get hit here. It is going to be a free kick. And now Real Mallorca leading here 2-1 at the Somos Stadium with just about 12 minutes to go. And can they hopefully go for another one? Now Valladolid holding possession of the ball. And Mateo Jaume, you know, a player that had to do a lot to get where he is at, you know, playing a player that used to play for Dortmund, that has moved a lot around in the football world. Now he's here. I feel like he's a player that's not very appreciated, highly underrated, and I do like him. He always comes on with a lot of energy, and he is a strong player. He's only about 24, 25 years old, so he's still very young. And he's a very good player. And again, we still have some youngsters on the bench that haven't come on. So Real Mallorca still do have options if they want to bring some on. Now here's Valladolid trying to put in that cross. It's cleared. And Valladolid have definitely been very much missing in the second half. Now putting in the cross here, Valladolid. It is cleared here by Samu Costa, it looks like, and it is going to be a corner here for Valladolid. And Real Mallorca definitely need to watch out as this match is still not over. It's still 10 minutes left to go. And now, putting in the corner here, Valladolid. Real Mallorca clearing it. And one thing they are talking about is Mateo Jama, when he used to play at Dortmund, used to play with big players. Taking the shot off here, Valladolid. Dominic Grave gets his hands on it and catches it. It's decent effort there, and it's a very good catch by Dominic Grave. But again, as I was mentioning, Mateo Jama played in a team with players of quality. He actually started in a Dortmund squad with the likes of Marco Reus, Haaland and Bellingham, and plenty other special players up until he had a very bad injury. And that's where his career started to fall a little bit. And he did end up coming to Mallorca, and I definitely think he's an excellent player. Now Kai Ladding was chasing the ball there, and Gomer went down to the ground. Just looks like he might have pulled a muscle there. Hopefully he is okay, Gomert. Just looks like he pulled a muscle there as he was doing that sprint. Now Valladolid are going to be making a substitute here. And Valladolid doing a very offensive substitute here. Just when there's about 8 minutes left to go. Gomert will be coming off, as I did go down there. Injured, quite hurt. Now here come Valladolid. Getting the shot off. And Dominic Grave there to make a big save. And it was a very, very big chance there for Valladolid. The ball just fell as a rebound in there. And Dominic Grave diving down to get there on time. And it was Latasa who almost got there to get the equalizer for his side. And now Valladolid to take the corner here, putting it into that second post. Ball's going all over the place. Dominic Grave kicking it out from the rebound, putting the cross in. It's cleared again, but Valladolid do get the rebound again. And now Valladolid trying to put in the cross. Real Mallorca end up getting it. They lose it. Machis trying to take the shot off, but it does rebound off of one of their own players. And now so many things happened in that one play. I didn't quite see what happened. It just looks like Dominic Grave goes to hit the ball out. And there was a Valladolid player under him, and they sort of fell on each other. But hopefully he is okay and it's nothing too serious. Now it looks like Real Mallorca are also going to be making a substitute here. Looks like Tony Lato will be coming on here for Real Mallorca. The Valencian player. Sergi Darder will be coming off here for Real Mallorca, and Tony Lato will be replacing him with 5 minutes left to go in this match, plus extra time. Of course, there'll be quite a few minutes added on. And everyone applauding Sergi Darder for his amazing performance here today at the Somos Stadium, scoring the second goal for his side. And in general, being such an important player. A very, very important player this season for Real Mallorca. Now, just a few more minutes left to go. And all Real Mallorca have to do is play it out. Of course, I don't know how many minutes will be added on. There will be quite few due to injuries. Speaking of injuries, there is a free kick here for Real Mallorca. Samuel Costa just got hit on the head there. Now putting the cross in here, Real Mallorca. And the ball's just on the ground going all over the place. The referee has blown his whistle. It is a free kick here for Valladolid. Taking a look at the replay here, is a poor clearance there. And Guy Ladding just fighting for the ball with that number 4, Nikic, on that Valladolid side. The referee did give it a free kick. And every second that goes by, Real Mallorca are closer to those 3 points. But again, they just can't get too confident. And now, Mateo Jamo pressing that Valladolid defense. Now Real Mallorca are going to fall back a little bit. Valladolid switching it out to that right-hand side. And just a few minutes left to go. We'll see how many minutes of extra time we will get. Now here's Valladolid playing it into Darwin on that left-hand side. Darwin trying to put in the cross. Real Mallorca do clear it. It's Pablo Maffeo, and it is going to be a corner here for Valladolid. And Real Mallorca do have to watch out on the corners. Real Mallorca definitely do have to watch out on these corners here. Putting the cross into that first post. It is cleared here. Trying to get a shot off in the rebound. It is a poor shot by Asnon. It is going to be a goal kick here for Real Mallorca. Dominic Grave to take the goal kick. And now, 88th minute. 2 minutes left to go. Plus extra time. But again, I'm definitely feeling very nervous. Now Guy Ladding doing very well to bring it down. Now, on the left-hand side here, Real Mallorca. Playing it back. It's Omar Mascarell into Samu Costa. Trying to take it down the left-hand side. Valladolid do get the ball back. All the way back to Ferreira. Now Valladolid holding the ball very calmly. Now Pablo Maffeo getting it back, playing a lovely through ball into Mateu Jaume on that right-hand side. He's got plenty of room. He's going to cut in, pass it back. Antonio Sanchez with a very, very poor cross. Now it's Valladolid now with the ball. Mateu Jaume doing very well. Mateu Jaume just taking down Machis there, not letting Valladolid break on the counter-attack. As I did mention earlier, they are very dangerous on the counter-attack, Valladolid. And I definitely think that these substitutes for this Real Mallorca side made a big difference in this match. Mateu Jaume and Kai Larin and Antonio Sanchez, all three looking very sharp. Tony Lato, of course, coming on too. And there is going to be 6 minutes added on here. So still quite a while to go before the end of this second half, before the full-time whistle. So again, 6 minutes added on. And I'm quite surprised about 6 minutes. I would have thought maybe 4 minutes added on. But they have decided that it is going to be 6 minutes. And now it's going to be a very long 6 minutes here for Real Mallorca. Dominic Grave to take the goal kick here. And Valladolid trying their best to get that ball up as quick as possible. But Real Mallorca doing very well to hold the ball. And now getting taken down here. The referee claims nothing. And Valladolid are going to switch all the way around. It was Mateu Jaume who got taken down there, it looks like. Now Tony Lato does commit the foul and picks up a yellow card here. Quite a necessary foul, you could say, from Tony Lato. 4 minutes to go here. And I'm definitely feeling the nerves in this stadium. Now it's Machis taking it down the left-hand side, trying to put in the cross. It's cleared here by Real Mallorca. Valladolid do get the rebound. Playing it down the right-hand side. Again, another cross. The rebound is going all over the place. It's Valladolid with a very clear chance. And Real Mallorca do get the foul. But again, that was such a dangerous chance there from Valladolid. And thank Mateu Jaume for getting the free kick. A very crucial free kick there. Because Valladolid had a very big chance there. Just dribbling past through those players like if it was nothing there. Now, Mateu Jaume is back on his feet and he is okay. And there's just 3 minutes left to go. Now, Tony Lato losing the ball here. It is going to be A throw in here for Valladolid. Now Valladolid down the left-hand side. It's Machis who tries taking it forward. Pablo Maffeo commits the foul here on Machis. And now Valladolid with the set piece play with 2 minutes left to go. It's Machis who's going to put the cross into that second post. Real Mallorca do end up clearing it. Valladolid do pick up the rebound on that right hand side. The referee has blown his offside whistle. Now 1 minute and a half to go before the full-time whistle. Dominic Grave to take the free kick. Real Mallorca just need to hold on 1 more minute. And they need to do whatever they can to hold the ball. Guy Latin goes down. Referee says no foul. Valladolid are going to switch it now to that left-hand side. No, they're not. They're going to play it through the middle. And now, this will be one of the last plays of the match. Machis tries booting it up. And the ball goes absolutely nowhere. It is going to be a goal kick. And hopefully that is the end of the match now. And as soon as Dominic Grave kicks that ball, that should be the full-time whistle. And hopefully that is the end here. Dominic Grave takes the goal kick. The referee is still not blowing his whistle. Guy Laden gets taken down, and that is the full-time whistle. And this match is done here. And Real Mallorca have taken their 3 points. Real Mallorca win the match 2-1 here at the Son Moix Stadium. And a big relief you can feel here in this Son Moix Stadium. That was a very important match for Real Mallorca. A very vital match. But again, a very good performance from Valladolid. And they still performed very well to perform the way they did at that Son Moix Stadium. It was definitely a very decent effort from Valladolid. You still do have to appreciate their performance. And just last week out up against Barcelona, you know, they also put in a good performance, only losing 1-2. So again, you know, it's definitely a good effort there. But again, that was a must-win match for Real Mallorca. And almost a bit too close, I would say. You know, I would have expected Real Mallorca to win that match a bit easier than it did cost them. But all that matters is that they did win the match. And that is all that matters, of course. That they did get the 3 points. Now that will leave them in a very good position. And again, it was just a must-win match. They couldn't afford to drop any more points. And now they'll be even one step closer to that European football. And we see the players trading shirts, talking to each other. All very good vibes so far. And again, a good display from both of these sides, I will say. And I would say an especially impressive performance from this Valladolid side. I definitely think they performed very well. And I'm not quite sure how this Valladolid side is sitting all the way at the bottom of the table with 16 points with the way that they did just perform. I definitely think it was a very impressive performance from some of those Valladolid players. And I think as a team, they still could put in a good performance. Now, we still are going to get some player interviews coming up very, very shortly. So if you do want to see some of the words from some of these Real Mallorca players, we'll have some player interviews coming up very soon. Do not go anywhere if you want to see that. We will also have words from the manager himself, the gaffer, Jacob Arrasate. And then, last but not least, the press conference from Jacob Arrasate. So, we're going to go over that match a little bit on what happened. Let's break it down. I definitely think, first 10 minutes was very poor from Real Mallorca. First 10 minutes, Valladolid were strongly looking like the better side. They even scored their goal in the first 10 minutes. They were looking a lot better. Just look at the reaction there from Jacob Arrasate after scoring the equalizer in the first half from Omar Mascarell. Look at the reaction from Jacob Arrasate. You can see how much it means to him to get these 3 points. You can see how much it means to the squad to get the confidence now to go into their next matches and collect as many points as possible and hopefully get into any type of European football. Look at him. You can see the passion, how much he cares about it. Screaming and talking to his players. Very happy for that man right there. He definitely deserves the 3 points. And again, it was, it was a must-win match, and really happy that they did get the 3 points. I can see, of course, Pablo Maffeo walking in there with his kids. He gave his shirt away to one of the fans as well. And what a player he was this match too. But either ways, back to what I was saying, I want to break down the match a little bit. First half, especially first 10 minutes in the match, it was a really poor start from Real Mallorca. And Valladolid were just looking so dangerous. Every time Real Mallorca lost the ball, Valladolid would get that ball and instantly break on the counter-attack and look so dangerous on the counter-attack, especially between those two players linking up. It was Moro and Chucky constantly linking up, the both of them. And it's actually how they got their first goal, between those two linking up, about 4 or 5 passes all around. They got the first goal, and they almost went on to score 2-3 more, just them two breaking on counterattacks. And their play was good. But about 10 minutes after Valladolid scored that goal, Real Mallorca did get the equalizer after not performing that great. And then I would say as soon as Real Mallorca got that equalizer, from then till the end of the match, Real Mallorca was definitely the better side. They looked far better. They looked more comfortable. In the last 5 minutes, I'd say Real Mallorca almost looked like they were getting a bit desperate. And Valladolid were getting very, very close. They did have quite a few big chances, especially with that number 29 in the box that was dribbling all over the place. That could have been very dangerous for Real Mallorca. But again, I definitely think in general Real Mallorca were the superior side. But Valladolid weren't that far off. They definitely still put in a good performance, and they could have went on to win that match if Real Mallorca would have slipped up one or two more times. And Valladolid definitely could have went on to equalize or win that match without a doubt. And I don't quite see how that team is at the bottom of the table, because that's a team, they do play very well. They have 2 or 3 very exceptional players. So I'm very surprised that Valladolid are all the way at 20th place with 16 points, already relegated. But hey, again, as I said, they caused trouble. And it was a decent performance from Real Mallorca. I wouldn't say it was the best, but all that matters is that they got the 3 points. And that's what the objective was today, get those 3 points. And the question is, what does that do for Real Mallorca now? Where does that leave them? Are we getting in European? Are we not? Well, let me answer that question for you. Before this match, Real Mallorca were sitting at 10th place with 44 points. And now, after that match, they have gone up to just 9th place with 47 points, leaving Valencia at 10th place and Osasuna at 11th place. To get into Conference League football, they need to take over Rayo Vallecano, who are 8th place, just above them, also on 47 points, but Rayo Vallecano would win that due to goal difference. And if they want to get into European football, they need to get to 7th place, where Celta Vigo are sitting with 49 points. So, just 2 points away. So the question is, can they get European football? And the answer is, they definitely can. Now we're going to get the words from Sergi Darder. What an important victory to, continue up there and to get better with confidence. Yeah, definitely. I think we lost the match quite a bit in the beginning. But then, when everyone thinks we're gone, we come back. I think we need to finish this season, with hope. And I'm very happy to win in front of our people. It was a complicated match, especially because of how it started. But the team managed to get back up on its feet. And that's the 5th time we've brought a match back this season. Yeah, we have to admit that playing against a team that's last in the league, it's going to be hard. They always cause problems, teams like this. But, we believed that we could bring it back and that we had to win, that we could do it. It was complicated, but we did do it. We won. Don't ask me how, but we won. We did bring it back. We just have to value that. And now we just have to go into the next matches ready. A very high technical level, the goals. Yeah, last week I think I played good and I also scored a good goal not long ago like that. We just have to watch out with their counterattacks and the defense and the attack. We were getting desperate to score. Everyone was going in the box to try and get a goal. I wasn't expecting actually the pass when it got to my feet, but it was very good. We did have the chance. I didn't really have the chance to control the ball. I took a touch quickly, took the shot off. So, yeah, I'm very happy. You in these trainings, how many goals have you scored like that? Not many, to be honest. It's true that it surprises me that I scored a very technical goal like that. It looks easier than it actually is. Yeah, Takuma Sano, he has a lot of talent, and he put in a very good pass to let me score the goal. Those were the words are from Sergi there. As you can see, a happy man, but again, as he said, they won. He doesn't know how, but they won, and that's all that matters, that they got the 3 points. He did score a very good goal, and it was an excellent ball and an excellent touch from Takuma Sano to play him in free. And it was a lovely goal he did score. But again, as I was saying, before I got interrupted, they did bring it back. They did get the 3 points. That does leave them with 47 points, just behind Rayo Vallecano, who also have 47 points, who are sitting at 8th place on that Conference League spot. And to get into Europa League, they would need 49 points to surpass Celta Vigo, who are sitting in a Europa League spot. Just 2 points away. So the question is, yes, they can definitely get any type of European football. But again, it would just depend mainly on their results and the results of the opponents. And it's definitely still possible, definitely still in the books. But again, it's going to be very difficult. They have to win. They have to try and rack up as many points as they can before the end of the season. And, European football, when you're playing in competitions like European football, you need to be a very good team. You can't be giving away easy points or easy victories. So, again, it's definitely still possible, but they really, really need to, give it their best, get as many points as they can before the end of the season. As I said, it's very, very close in the table. Anyone could take it at this time. And it will just really depend on the results of the other teams. And then they will see. And again, as I was mentioning, the Valladolid side does have some very talented players. Very, very impressed with Raúl Moro. I think he was probably actually the best player out there today. Definitely on the pitch. despite Real Mallorca winning, I'd still give the man of the match to Raúl Moro. I think he was very impressive. Every time he had the ball in that wing, he was creating danger constantly. When he had the ball, he'd dribble, he'd go past 2 or 3, he wouldn't lose it, and then he'd put in a really, really good ball. I just think he was so impressive. And not only him, of course, but, plenty of other players were impressive out there tonight on that Valladolid side and on that Real Mallorca side. Chucky, also another player that was very impressive on that Valladolid side. Also a player with quality, was constantly making the right runs, constantly getting the ball and passing it in the right place at the right time. Very impressive 2 players that Valladolid have there. And of course, on that Real Mallorca side, Sergio Darder, as always, so impressive today. This season, he's just been so impressive. But I was mainly a very, very big fan today of Omar Mascarell. I think it was absolutely excellent. Constantly sitting deep, getting the ball, switching it, and then he'd go up. He even got the first goal himself. I think he was so good out there, Omar Mascarell. What a player, what an underrated player he is in this Real Mallorca squad. Pablo Maffeo, also a very excellent player. I think those defenders were lacking a little bit today, especially in the beginning, like the first 10 minutes. And Dominic Graef made so many saves. He wasn't happy with his defenders. He even started shouting at them. And also Dominic Graef, what a player he was. He actually got man of the match because of how many saves he made. He got an 8.7 rating that match. A very, very impressive performance by Dominic Graef. He made so many saves. And how good has this Dominic Graef been this season? I mean, it's not very often that Real Mallorca concede a high amount of goals. He's constantly making loads and loads of saves every match. And yeah, he's been also very impressive, this goalkeeper this season. But not only him, the second goalkeeper, Leo Roman, as we know, has also been very impressive. I think Real Mallorca have 2 very good goalkeepers on their side. And I couldn't even tell you which one is better, which one I prefer, because we saw Leo Roman's performance up against Barcelona. And he was also an amazing keeper on that side. One thing we do have to mention is, Muriqi and Takuma Asano, both players who just got back from injury, just this match. They've both been out about a month and a half. Takuma Asano, I think he was very good. He did have a few chances, did miss them, but he did create that good chance for the second goal and got the assist. I think he was pretty decent. I think Muriqi was very quiet out there tonight. It is normal, both of these players just get back from injury. They're not going to be at their sharpest. They missed loads of matches. It's completely normal. But again, I just think they were quiet out there tonight. And I was very, very happy with the substitutes that Real Mallorca made. I think all the substitutes that came on for Real Mallorca just completely brought on the energy and did their job. Guy Larin, I think, did very, very well when he came on today. He was taking touches, bringing it down, giving very good passes. I think he was very good. Antonio Sanchez in the midfield, he was doing absolutely excellent. He was also all over the place. And Mateo Morey constantly running up and down non-stop. I definitely think those substitutes made a big difference in this match here today for Real Mallorca. Tony Lato, also another substitute, came on and did very well. Very happy with all those substitutes. I think they all did very well. But don't get me wrong, the substitutes for Valladolid also gave them a bit more life in the last 5 to 10 minutes when they were constantly pressing and going for a goal, and they were very close. So that's something that you also have to take into consideration. And one thing you do also have to know is Valladolid's main goal scorer, their main man, was missing here tonight, Mamadou Sila. Because imagine if he was there, I think Valladolid would have stood even more of a chance, and it could have been a lot worse than the result actually was today. So luckily for Real Mallorca that player was missing. One decision that the Real Mallorca manager didn't make, of course, was bringing on the youngsters that he has been bringing on recently, which is Marc Dominic and Jan Salas. These youngsters, especially Marc Dominic, that come on and bring so much energy on the pitch. They didn't come on here today. Maybe too much pressure for them, as it was such, a close match. But again, quite surprised they didn't come on. I did want to see a bit of them today, but again, all that matters is that Real Mallorca got the 3 points that they needed to get just, even one step closer to getting any type of European football. So it's definitely still in the books. It's definitely still a possibility. But, they need to keep it up. We are still waiting just to see if we will get any more player interviews coming up. Usually we do, but we're not quite sure if we will get them, but we will find out very shortly. So if you do want to see that, then stick around and we will find out if we do get some player interviews. We definitely will get the manager Jacob Arrasate coming down very soon for the interview. So if you do want to see that, do not go anywhere. But, meaning what it can mean for, let's say, Real Mallorca do get into Conference League. Real Mallorca haven't played in a single European competition in over 20 years. They're a relatively new team when it comes to playing in First Division quite often. They're not a team that's constantly in the First Division. They're usually a team that's going up and down. But last 4 years, they've been staying in the First Division, and they've grown so much. They got 50 points last season. They ended 8th place. They got to the Copa del Rey final. They've made very, very big changes and grown so much as a team. And now getting into any type of European football would just be absolutely massive for them. And of course, you have to think about the financial budget it would also give them, which would also be, very big if they did manage to get any type of European football. They do get a cash prize, and it would be very, very good for Real Mallorca if they do get any type of European football, whether it's Conference or Europa League. But, thinking about it like that, it'd probably be better if they did get Conference, because I think in Europa League, Mallorca are a very good side, but in Europa League is such big teams that I don't quite know how far Real Mallorca could make it. Whereas in Conference League, I definitely think they stand more of a chance to make it far. So I even think it would be better if Real Mallorca got into Conference League. But don't get me wrong, it'd be cool to see them in Europa League. It'd be, more interesting. But either way, if they do get into any of those, you best believe that I will be here next year in YouTube Play Red. So make sure you stay tuned for that. If we do get into it next season, make sure to come join me and watch along, because it will be very, very good and very entertaining with some European football. Who doesn't love European football nights? Because as a football fan, you should love European football nights. Whether it's your own team or whether it's not, European football is always the best thing to watch. Either way, talking about this match, thinking about if Real Mallorca were actually so much better offensively today, I definitely think they're a bit better, simply because of the fact that they didn't come out with 5 at the back. They usually do come out with 5 at the back. And you also think about, Muriqi was up front alone, and he's just come back from injury, so he's not at his finest. And Takuma Sano, same situation. We are going to get the words from Jacoba Arrasate now. First of all, congratulations. What a match now. You suffered until the end. You knew it was going to be complicated, but what an important victory. Yeah, the victory was very necessary. You could see in the beginning of the match, we defended very bad. In the first 15 minutes, we almost lost the match, but luckily they only scored 1. And then the team reacted well. We got the 2-1. Then it looked like we could relax, but like not even like that. We still had to suffer. They also did a very good match. They created a lot of occasions. The match wasn't that good, but we have to think about that. We brought it back. We got the 3 points. We go with 47 points, and I hope this victory helps us for what's next. What changed within those first 20 minutes? Is it mental or is it tactical? Well, we had to calm down. It's true that we tried to calibrate more the team, but when we keep on losing the ball, that's what kept on hurting us. When we stopped losing the ball, we started to look a lot better. We were struggling a bit defensively. We were trying to stop them to generate chances and defend better. We have to get better for these next 3 matches. But yeah, it's a very important victory. It will help us grow and confident, and we can just keep on growing from this. 2 very good technical goals. How many goals have you scored like that in training? No, not too many. But it's true that we need people to score more goals. Sergio, Omar, we can't just depend on the same people to score. I'm happy for them because they work very hard. They're usually not on the spotlight, but they were very determined today. In a few days, we have to visit the Bernabeu. How do you feel? Yeah, the victory today gives us a lot of energy. There's matches that we should have won weeks ago that we didn't. On Wednesday, I think we might have lost before we even started, but we just have to go in and play and stay confident. Those were the words there from Jacoba Arrasate. And now we are going to get the words from Martin Valdent too. Martin, congratulations. What an important victory, no? Especially to liberate the team a bit. Thank you much. Yeah, without a doubt. I think the match, well, you could see within the first minutes, we were pretty bad. We forgot to calm the match down, to go more slower. Then the match got really bad. But I think that we recovered very well. After the first few minutes, we were able to calm down. We were able to think about our decisions. That's why I think we deserved the victory. We had lots of possession. We were very efficient. But especially, a big relief. And now we just have to be excited for what's next. That's 5 comebacks now this season from the team. And first division doing it times isn't easy. Yeah, very complicated, without a doubt. There's been years where we wouldn't bring back a single game. This team, in the end, it knows what it wants to do on the pitch. They know what to do in bad times, the difficult times. We knew how to suffer today. Lots of people with physical problems. But in the end, it's the team that brings us together, that we wanted to win it together. And yeah, we have to stay together. Those are the words there from Martin Valdent. As you can see, as what he said, as what he appreciates the most is the comeback. Is that the fact that in first division, it's not easy to come back from a match, especially when you're losing. And that's 5 times this year that Real Mallorca have gone down and have come back in a match. And, as Martin Valdent said, it's that it has been years where this team has not even made a single comeback in one season. And that's what I said earlier. It's how much this team has grown, how far it has come. That I think should make every single match proud. But, as he did say, it was, they did suffer. It was a bad match. But in the end, they brought it back. They got the 3 points. All the important stuff is done. And they just need to get better for next team out. And it's playing as a team that brings them together. Because when they do all connect well and play as a team, they just look spectacular, Real Mallorca. And I very much agree with the words of Martin Baljan. I very much like him. And also one thing that Joko Barrasate said, which I do want to mention, it is the fact that Omar Mascarell and Sergi that are there scored, that they can't just depend on the same 2 or 3 people up front to score every time, that everyone needs to help score a goal and go up front. I very much agree with that. I very much like those words because I think everyone should go up, to try and help the team offensively because it's something that they have been struggling quite a bit recently. So yeah, I very much agree with those words that Martin Baljan said and that Jacob Arrasate said, the Real Mallorca manager. I very much like the words he said. Just look at the reaction there from Jacob Arrasate to scoring that equalizer goal. Look how happy he is. Look how much he appreciates it. And this is what brings the team together, This is what football is all about, playing as a team. They do have some very good individual talents in this squad, but it's when they play as a team that they play best. And as he said, they were losing. They did bring it back despite the poor defensive performance in the first half. And in the end, that's all that matters, that they did manage to bring it back. They did manage to get the 3 points. And now, 47 points, one step closer to European football. And now they can keep on fighting for it. And again, last season, they got 50 points. And one of their objectives this season is to surpass that. And now, 3 points away from getting 50 points again like last year. There's 3 matches to go. So can they do it? Can they not do it? It's going to be very interesting to see if they can pull it off. As you know, last season was an absolutely spectacular season for Real Mallorca. And if they could pull this off, if they could surpass those 50 points like they got last time, it would be so impressive for Real Mallorca to have 2 seasons in a row like that, where they're just doing absolutely well. So I think positives from today, but they do have to take in mind how bad the performance was in the first few minutes and how they almost lost the whole match in the first few minutes. And especially against a side like Valladolid that are doing so badly. And they just have to do a bit better. But again, they still have to look at the positives. That's what they did. We will be having 1 or 2 more player interviews, I believe, coming up very soon. Then we'll have the press conference from Jacob Arrasate. Now we have the words from Samu Costa. Samu, first of all, congratulations. What a very necessary victory today. Yeah, they're all necessary. Match at home. The team deserves it. With the work that we're doing, I'm very happy for Omar. First goal in First Division, I think. And Sergi, that's in a very good moment. Very happy for them and for the team. What do you rate the match? Because it started off, very bad, very complicated, with you guys losing. But in the end, you did bring it around. Yeah, in the end, they started better. They had 2 counterattacks. It was a very tense match. But we reacted very well. We showed the personality that we have. And then we started to play good football. We created a lot of occasions. And in the second half, we started to get in our head that it's 45 minutes, that a lot can happen. So we started flying through it. And the truth is, I'm very happy. But we can't stop here. There's 3 matches left to go, and the hope is still there in the team. Yeah, but, for us, there's just 1 match left. We just like every match that we got coming up next. We don't even think about the next few ones. We just think about the next one every time. Tomorrow, we just have to recover, train well, and we just have to continue our good line. And, as the manager said, work hard and be quiet. Those were the words there from Samu Costa. Work hard and be quiet. The words from Samu Costa and the words that Jacob Arrasate said last time out in one of the interviews. But that will be the end of the player interviews for tonight's transmission. We will have the press conference from Jacob Arrasate coming up very now. So if you still want to hear that, then stay in, because we'll have that coming up right now. But the player interviews are over for now, and Damian will be signing out for the night. So again, we'll have that coming up right now, the press conference from Jacob Arrasate. So do not go anywhere. And again, a decent result, but Real Valladolid, as Sam Costa just said, they have to keep on going, look at it match per match, and definitely not stop there, Now we have the press conference from Jacob Arrasate. Today was very important now. For the rest of the season, it was important to win. And especially, to get past the rivals that you have beside you. How do you feel after this match? Well, first, I'm very tired. It was very tense. I was very nervous. But I'm very happy because we did win. We needed to win today. If we value the match wasn't actually good. We almost lost it right in the beginning. That can't be. We had the possession, but we weren't doing good. We kept on losing the ball. They'd break on the counterattack. They were doing very good on us. But then, when I switched Sergi and Danny around, that's when we started to do a bit better. And, when we brought it back, not even like that, we could relax. We still had to keep on going. I was very scared, that we'd lose the lead. So, yeah, we suffered until the end. So I hope that this victory helps us feel relieved. 47 points, we're in a good position. But it's true that, we've got 3 matches left and we have to get better. A team like Mallorca that wasn't supposed to be where they are today, don't you feel liberated already? Well, no. You've seen that now. These matches, it looks like you have to win them before you even start playing them. On Wednesday it feels like we've lost before we even started. But sometimes these things happen, I felt, very anxious and, nervous, but, the illusion has to go over your head too. And we almost messed it up. You also have to value the reaction of the team, bringing it back. You've had 3 matches without scoring a goal. You've been bad. You've been losing. You start losing at home, but then you turn it around. What I want is this victory to calm us down a bit, to feel us a lot better, to give us energy, to give us confidence for the 3 matches that's left. The victory is the most important thing, without a doubt. But are you worried because of the match? I mean, yeah, I'm happy because I won. So I'm happy because we won. We passed today. We passed this round. We passed this match. So yes, I am happy. But I'm not going to be blind. I'm not going to say that we played well because we didn't. Because of the first 20 minutes, the rival generated so many chances. Why with 2-1 we couldn't hold the ball? All of that I have to analyze it because, I understand because on Wednesday we have a different type of match at the Bernabeu. But especially because of the last 2 matches, we need more options of getting points. The victory is a very good news, very important to get the 3 points, 47 points now. How do you explain this level of defense that you had today? Today we saw a lot of errors in the 2 goals. But in these last 25 matches, you've rarely conceded a lot of goals. What's happened recently? Why are you conceding so many goals? Well, today it wasn't exactly defending bad. What it is we're not attacking good. When we lose the ball, we don't transition well. In an offensive position, we don't make it back on time. They didn't actually hurt us that much. They mainly hurt us on the counterattacks when we'd lose the ball, When we lost the ball, we were too far to recover and get back on time. So, when that happens, the rival leaves you behind. We need we're playing a rival that have nothing to lose, and they did it very well, especially in the first 20 minutes. They really hurt us. We have to be better than that. On Wednesday, if we let Real Madrid run, what's going to happen. Mathematically, you're saved from getting relegated. But, without a doubt, do you think it'd be incredible if your team gets in conference or champions? Yes, I understand, the ambience, we feel it. But yes, we suffered. Of course we want to win. Of course we want to be in that race. Where it's 6th or 7th, we really want to be there. Maybe you guys think that we don't want to be there because you see the performance. Because sometimes you see our reactions and it looks like we don't want to be there. But I can promise you that we're really going to try it. Is it true that, the team has to work more and be quiet? You've been saying that for, various weeks, that the team has to be better, but they're not really doing it. So where do you think you have to make the change? If the team goes for a few rounds, a few weeks, and the manager can't find the way his team to play, you just have to keep on working more. You have to wake up. At the minute, it looks like we're struggling to get better, and we don't have a lot of time. In 2 weeks, the league ends. At a classification level, we still have a lot of options. But, we have to try and get far with loads of options. Everything happens because you get better, and we don't have to make it easy for the rivals. Also understand that there's victories that aren't good. When we beat Las Palmas, we started winning loads of matches. We just need something similar to happen now. I want to ask you about Dani Rodriguez, because he looks like he got hurt in his right foot. Yeah, he got stepped on. He had his nail all messed up. He did good. He ran a lot. And hopefully it's nothing too serious. Yeah. Is Mallorca interested that Real Madrid lose tomorrow in the Clásico? I don't know. I don't really care because we're just thinking about our match on Wednesday. We have to compete well. We have to be almost perfect so we can get near anything to European football. Do you think that... Do you doubt that Mallorca wants European football? Yes, I want it. Of course I want it. Look at my eyes. If we get in, then, it's not going to be a problem. It's going to be a great problem. And we'll see what to do next year. Don't worry about it. Seeing you talk today about the transitions, do you think that there needs to be a different solution? No, I'm still in the adrenaline of the match, A lot of things have happened. I'm still elevated. I'll relax later, but I'm still very stressed, very elevated. We have to be better defensively. We have to adjust better. We have to progress. We have to attack better. And if we did that, they wouldn't have scored. And we have to make it harder for the rivals. You guys miss Takuma Asano a lot. How do you think Takuma Asano makes an effect on this team? How important is he? Well, he's a player that we don't have. We don't have a profile like him. In the first half, you saw he had a chance, he didn't score it. But in the second goal, he did the assist. He created the occasion. And when he does those runs that he does, he makes the rivals struggle a lot. He's a player that we haven't had in a while. And he's a player that we really need. I'm very happy with him. Do you need Takuma Asano, like you just said? Yeah, I mean, we have quality players, we have different type of players, but we have little players that can give us what he gives us, to run, to make those runs, to get down the pitch. When you have passers, and then you have that player that can make those runs, everything's a lot easier. This season we've seen strange things. A goal from Martin Valgent and one from Omar Mascarell. Do you think Omar maybe should have started more matches and deserves more? Yeah, I understand. I think he's actually played quite a lot. It's true that he's not played that much recently because we've been playing with 3 centre backs, so he couldn't fit in the system. But Omar is always there. He's always training. He's always working hard, and I'm very happy for him. And Martin, I think he was a player that hadn't scored in the whole squad. So I was very happy when he scored. And yeah, I'm very happy for both of them. How do you convince people that you want Europa more than other teams? Well, we've got one more match left at home. I hope that people come. We really need all our fans. So those were the words there from Jacob Arrasate, and that is going to be the end of the live stream here today. Thank you so much for joining us with Real Mallorca taking home the win, winning 2-1 and taking the 3 points. We'll see you next Wednesday, where Real Mallorca travel over to the Bernabeu for a very, very tough fight, and we will see what happens. But now we have to rest, get better, and work harder. Thank you so much for joining. I have been your host for tonight, Daniel Armstrong. Everybody have a good night. Make sure to follow us on our English Twitter page, and we will see you later.